Hola, Nick.
Ya. Mahinur, give me something, please.
Can you hear me?
So, React, give me something.
Hello, sir.
So, people, understanding what's happening. This is the meet where all of us, the people, the contributors, but we are gonna be on YouTube and stream. So there are two different things coming. There will be some delays. So here in the meet, we will look out. See your face. You have your camera open. But if you want to listen to the video, you have to have your open. And remember that there will be a delay because we are sending. We have to start the recording. It will be so, espero no digas cosas, ¿vale? Okay. So, at this slide, things can happen. So, you put something, whatever technical, whatever say, and remember again, the other question is that how this is going to work. We have audio center training, but please do not use the chat because the chat is live. So please use the chat here. This other question. So we are going to launch the recorded video. So please open the YouTube and see the video. At some point you will appear. I will not tell you what's the order. You have to attend all the meetings. So you will see the at the end of we will change the link and there will be a question and answer. If the mentor of the student is present, will make whatever question the mentor wants to say. After I will be saying something to the student, maybe I will say something or not. And then I will open for a few minutes the window for all the people, 4 minutes only, to say something about the project that we have. Okay? So first student, stop, question and answer, next student, so on. Okay? And allow them. Good. So let's start. Venga.
Hello, welcome to the Google Summer of Code 2023 Liquid Galaxy Project Demo Day. Today is the day that all the students show up and contributors, students, you know the name change, all the contributors show us the status of the project. Think about that the status is not the final one because GSoC ends on 28th of August, but at least the most of the functionalities has been developed. This first video is to give thanks, but let me first introduce myself. I'm Andre Banez, and next to Claudia Diosan, I am the Liquid Galaxy Project Administration. And I would like, as I said, give plenty of thanks to many people, so let me read my notes. So first, I would like to thank to the 11 contributors that have worked with us this year, still are working with us this year, coming from different countries in the world like Egypt, Brazil, India, and Spain. So also we have a very large team of mentors, 23 persons that are allocated plenty of his personal time. And those guys are girls and boys are coming from Canada, Brazil, India, Germany, Turkey, and Spain. And also I want to mention a very special mention from 3 of those mentors that are Google developer experts, like Moises Martinez, Victor Sanchez, Mario Ezquerro, that are helping us with their specialties like cloud, machine learning, or web. And also a special mention to Alejandro Illán, that is one of the mentors that last year was a student, a contributor, that is helping us on the publication in the Play Store of the different applications the students are developing. And also another last recognition, but you know all the 23 mentors have been developing a great job, is for Victor Carreras. It's a new mentor this year, but he's a specialist on Flutter, and we thank him their collaboration because 11 projects this year we have the Liquid Galaxy project, but 8 of them have been developed with Flutter. So we appreciate the help from Victor, and let's see what else I have to give thanks. So also, of course, we have plenty of external contributors, people that maybe do not get a GSoC intern, or people that are studying or collaborating at the different Liquid Galaxy labs we have around the world. So to say a mention, I would like to say special thanks to the people at the FACENS in Brazil, Sorocaba laboratory, and especially thanks for Karini, the mentor that is handling this place. And also the different contributors that work at the Lleida Liquid Galaxy Lab, like Josep, Unai, Albert, and especially Mohamed, that is behind the camera now, Imad and Abdib, that have been doing a great task this year testing the contributors' code. And finally, I would like to thank 2 Google teams that are involved on this year project. One, of course, is the Google Open Source Community, Open Source Office at Google, the team that organizes the Google Summer of Code with Stephanie leading. Thank you all. And also the Google Developers Groups Europe that is supporting us promoting the 15 different streamings and local hybrid events we have developed this year, because we wanted to do plenty of training, and we have bring some special mentors and Google developer experts and other persons that have been training the students and also the contributors, and also whatever person wanted to see. Those are available on our website. Those are stream videos in YouTube. So thank you for Google Developers Europe to helping us in promoting these activities. And last but never least, as I said, this is today when this video will be projecting will be August 17th, but GSoC ends on the 28th. So think about that the projects we're going to see are not finished. So maybe there are some errors or some things that are still not working. But hopefully you will be able to test all this code or install it at the beginning of September, getting the apps from the Play Store, and also testing if you have a Liquid Galaxy rig. So thank you very much for attending today. See you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mahinoor Ale. I am from Cairo, Egypt, and I'm a student in Cairo University Faculty of Engineering Department, and my expected graduation is 2024. I'm working on HAPIS project, which stands for Humanitarian Aid Panoramic Interactive System. It was originally developed by my mentor Claudia in 2020, and her idea was to help and connect people all over the world. However, there was a lag in the launching of the app due to COVID-19 and some of the regulations policy. So that is why HAPIS refurbishment idea came along to bring HAPIS back to life. and to make it much more easier for all people. Happis is divided into two main parts, and the first part is available for every user with an Android device of version 11 or more. It aims to connect those who are needing something with those who are willing to offer the same thing back, and it's not necessary to fall into the category of money or clothes, but it falls into many categories. This part is based on filling forms, donation forms, or accepting requests or sending requests, or tracking the donation progress. And we want to make things simpler and easier for the users. So Happis has a matching feature that matches between two users if they are in the same city and they want the same item. For example, some seeker wants an item that another one wants to donate. So the app matches between them and helps them connect together. The other part is related to the Liquid Galaxy technology and how we use it to visualize all the transactions and donations that happened all over the world, and to track the local statistics and global statistics and see that Happis really makes a difference every day. Since Happis runs on any Android device, I'm going to show you now a demo both on the tablet device and the mobile device. For the Liquid Galaxy, I will show you on the tablet device, and for the main part, I will show you the mobile device.
This is the main view that opens once the user launches the app. You can see the donors and the seekers, and you can filter out the country or the city, for example, or the category, as you can see. Or, for example, let's clear out the filter like this, and we can search for users too, like this. And since I'm signed as Mahinur, so I'm having access to all these pages. I can see the firms, and I don't have any requests yet, and I have two matchings, and the donations, I don't have any yet. I'm going to show you some scenarios. For example, now, this user, Happis, wanted to donate a red waterproof jacket, and we can see here the available dates. So, for example, let's say Mahinur wanted to request Happis, so she sends the request, and we can see that the request was sent successfully. You can see here the request was sent. We can delete the request or not, and here is the status of the request. So now I'm signed as Happis user. We can see the request received from Mahinur, that Mahinur requested to contact me about the offered red waterproof jacket. And we can accept or decline. Let's accept the request. And we can see here that donation is now in progress. And for example, here, we cannot edit the form because once the form is accepted and the donation is in progress regarding this form, we cannot either edit or delete the form. So an error message will appear. And we can see the details of the form from here. And now I'm signed as Mahinur again. You can see that I got a notification that Happis accepted my request. And we can go back and see that donation is now in progress. We can now finish the donation. So we have to wait for the other users. We can see this, waiting for others. And we can go back to the donations, and we can also finish or cancel the process. Now the donation has finished successfully. And if we went back to the forms, we will no longer find the form about the red jacket because the donation was added successfully. We can also no longer see the form here in the donors section. We can only find the form about the dog food. For example, let's try a different scenario. I'm now signed as Mahinur, and for example, I'm going to request Happis on the sports map. As we see, Happis wanted to see or needed sports map, and those were the available dates. So let's try requesting, and we can see the requests here. And now I'm signed back to Happy's. We can, for now, for this scenario, let's decline the request. We now decline the request, and we can see that the forms are still existing because the donation didn't happen, and we can edit the form normally. And for example, here there will be a warning because no changes were made. Or we can delete the form. Now I'm signed back as Mahinur, and we can see that we no longer see the form, but this time it's because the user Hafiz deleted the form and not because the donation ended. And we can see also the notifications that Hafiz has declined the request. Now let's try a different scenario. Now Hafiz has requested Mahi about the offered baby monitor. As we can see, I'm now signed as Mahinur, and the donation, Mahinur has filled the donation form that she wanted to donate a baby monitor. And we can see the details from here. We can still edit the form because the donation didn't happen yet, or didn't start yet. So for example, now let's accept the request. And for example, from Mahinur's side, let's finish the process. We have to wait for the other to confirm the process. And now I'm signed back as Hafiz. We can see that Mahinur has ended the donation and accepted the request. We can just confirm this. And then we can go to the donations, and for example, let's say something happened and Hafiz wanted to cancel the process while Mahinur has finished the process. So let's try canceling. Now, Mahinur has to confirm the cancellation. As you can see here, waiting for others to confirm the donation cancellation. So here I'm signed back as Mahinur, and you will see that the donation was cancelled. And now we have to confirm. So let's try a different scenario. Let's try the matchings. A matching happened when a user or two users in the same city, for example, one was a donor and the other was a seeker, and they both needed or wanted to donate the same item in the same category and had a matching date in common. For example, Hafiz and Mahinur had two matching. For example, I'm now signed as Mahinur, and in my forms, I was seeking dog food and I wanted to donate a hand sanitizer. So Hafiz, if we went to Hafiz, we will find that Hafiz wanted to donate dog food. And also, for example, if we opened here, we will find all the information. Hafiz wanted to donate dog food, and in the city, the same city I'm in, and the phone number, the email to contact Hafiz, and the location and the dates available. We can see that here, those are the dates available. And if we went back to the forms, to my forms, and so the dates available, we will see the same date. There was one date in common, so that is why a match happened. And we can accept or ignore the match. So now let's try accepting a match for the dog food. So now the other user has to confirm or accept the matching too in order for the donation to start. So here I'm signed as Hafiz. We can see the same things that Mahinur seeks dog food, the dates available and everything. And let's try accepting the match. And we can see also from the notifications that Mahinur has accepted the matching. If we signed in as Mahinur, we will find that Hafiz has accepted the matching. And for example, let's try finishing or canceling. Let's try finishing the process. I'm now signed as Mahinur, and I will finish the process too. And we will see that the forms are no longer there, both forms. because right now the donation was successful, so both forms were deleted. So we will no longer see the form. Here it's just for the hand sanitizer. And here we will find also the hand sanitizer form. But we will no longer find the dog food form. The last scenario is, for example, one of them accepts and the other ignores the request. So for example, I'm now signed as Mahinur. I will accept the match. And here, for example, I'm now Happy's user. I'm going to ignore. And if we went to the forms, we will find the form didn't get deleted because the donation didn't start. I'm going to show you now how you can fill the form. So for example, you can fill as a giver or a seeker or both. And if we clicked on the check, we will get an error because we didn't fill the items yet. So let's just fill the items. And if we clicked on the check, we will get an error because we haven't chosen any dates. So we have to choose a date and we have to choose a future date. As we can see that if we tried accessing any of the previous dates later than today, we won't find them accessible. So we have to choose a future date and we can choose the time. And we can add as many dates as we want or remove them like this. And let's add this and let's check. And here are they. So now I'm currently signed as Mahi. Let's try deleting the account. We can see that the account was deleted and we no longer see any of the forms of this user. And if you try to sign up with this user again, you will get an error that the user doesn't exist. So for example, if you signed out, let's try signing in with Mahinur. Error that the user doesn't exist. So we have to sign up or to sign in with the correct credentials. If we tried signing up with Mahinur, if we entered a non-unique username, we will get an error too. So let me fill the form with an existing username. So this was an existing username in the database. So if we click on save, the username already exists. So we have to try different username. Showing you everything related to the main application. And now I'm going to show you the Liquid Galaxy part on the tablet. But first I'm going to show you the UI here too. Here we can switch to the Liquid Galaxy. This is the UI. This is the home page, and this is the status, whether we are connected or not. You can see that we're not connected. And this is the home page, yeah. And this is the about page. And this is the LG settings. And this is the connection screen. And I guess this is it. So I'm now going to show you the functions in the tablet application. This is the tablet view and it has the same main part I showed you on the mobile device before. But now let's see the LG part. So this is the LG part. Here we were online, but if you were the first time to connect, you have to go and connect to the LG first before doing anything related to the LG. And you can see that the data is preserved every time you open. You will see the data existing. You don't have to fill it again. And all you have to do is connect. And once you're connected, you can go and enjoy habits with the LG. So for example, the first thing we do, let's start with the global statistics. You can see that the balloon showed up for the logos and the global statistics balloon, where we can see the number of seekers, number of givers, total donations in progress, total successful donations, and top 3 donated categories, and top 3 cities. And we can see that when we pressed on the global statistics, it made an orbit in order to see or visualize the Earth spinning around to give it a nice view when you're viewing the global statistics. Now let's go see the cities. These are all the cities we have till now. And for example, let's go to a city. When we press on a city, we will see the local statistics balloon for this city, and it will fly to the city. So we can see here the local statistics balloon showed up with the number of seekers, givers, and all that. And we can see that it flied to the city. We can also here, if we click on show user spin, we can see the donors and the seekers locations by pins on the map, like this. So we can see now that the red ones are the seekers and the green ones are the donors. And now let's try, for example, going to seekers and filter all the users listing in this city. So for example, let's go to a user. When we press on the user, it flies to the user and show the information of this user, the total number of seekings made and total number of seekings made for others or self. And we can see the email, phone number, and all this. We can try going to a different user, and the balloon will show for this user too. And from here, we can play an orbit around the user location, like this. And we can stop the orbit too, from here, like this. Now, for example, let's see the donors. So let's go to this user, for example. And of course, we're going to orbit too around this user's location. And we can stop the orbit. Now let's try going to a different city. So now it flies to the city and show the local statistics for the city. And when we click on the show users pins, we will see the pins for the users like this. And we can go see the donors. For example, we have one donor, so let's go try and go to her place. And her information showed up in the balloon too. And let's go see a seeker. We can try orbiting around the seeker's place. And we can stop the orbit if you want. Now, let's try going to the global statistics again. So I guess this is all for now. And the last thing I wanted to show you is the allergy settings. You can clear the KML from here. And you will see that the allergy logos and the balloon popped up. We can relaunch. So now the allergies are relaunching. Now the allergies are back from relaunching. And we can shut down or reboot. For example, let's shut down. Now they're shutting down. And the last thing I want to say is that soon I'm going to implement the Happy Story button. So I guess this is it for now, and thank you so much.
Finally, I want to talk about my Google Summer of Code experience this year. It was my first time to join, and I really have gained so much experience in a little time, either non-technical experience or technical experience, and I'm really grateful for every time and every minute I spent on Google Summer of Code with Liquid Galaxy. On the technical side, I have had the opportunity to learn how to dive into Liquid Galaxy project code bases and understand them, and meet new challenges and implement new features. This has not only improved my coding skills, but also made me learn how to write maintainable code, readable, and following the best practices. And also, I have learned more about open source communities and how to communicate with mentors and other contributors, which has been great. And also, I have learned that communication is very important if we wanted the project to reach its goals at the end. Personally, I have felt a sense of fulfillment and pride in my work, knowing that my code will be used by others and how it will impact their lives and how happiness will impact everyone's life is really an enjoyment and something to be proud of. In conclusion, Google Summer of Code was a very great opportunity for me and a great experience, and I'm looking forward to contribute even more to open source communities and open source projects in the future.
Hi everyone, I'm Claudia, the main mentor of Mahinur that this year is a contributor of the GSoC program, and she developed a very useful application with the main objective of helping people called HAPIS, or Humanitarian Aid Panoramic Interactive System. This project started originally in 2020, being my project as a GSoC intern. It was an Android application whose main objective is to give people with resources the opportunity to help others in need who are going through a bad situation and do not have such basic things as food or clothing. This year, Mahinur has continued that idea, refactoring and improving the application with the aim of achieving the main objective on a more global level. So now in the application can register donors and seekers, and this way they can interact directly to obtain the desired help. In addition, the most important thing about this project, I think, that is that it can be connected with the Liquid Galaxy system to view all global and local statistics for each city, as well as show user information for each city, donors and seekers. This way we can use it to give visibility of those people in all kind of places or events. Now, talking about the GSoC program and my experience as a mentor, I want to comment that it has been very gratifying to see how Mahinur was continued with the main idea of the project and how the application was improving in weekly meetings. The truth is that I have loved being her mentor because she worked very hard and achieved a very cool application that really can help people. Finally, about the GSoC program, I think it's an incredible opportunity to start with an open source project where you can learn and see how a real project is, as well as meet amazing people around the world and make new friends. So for those of you who plan to apply to the program, go ahead. It is a unique and incredible opportunity. Thanks for listening.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, a co-mentor for Liquid Galaxy's Google Summer of Code program and past Google Coded winner with Liquid Galaxy. I'm an honors computer science student at the University of British Columbia, based out of Vancouver, Canada. This summer, I helped to test and provide feedback on two projects, Mahinur's HAPIS refurbishment project and Anna Laura's COVID-19 Data Explorer. I helped edit documentation, test app functionality, and suggest new ideas and improvements for the apps. The pace of development by both apps this summer was incredible. Whenever I downloaded a new version to test, their apps were significantly improved. From the start, it was clear there had been a lot of thought that gone into the app's design and development, so kudos to both contributors for their work. As well, though I was collaborating asynchronously and remotely this summer, it was easy to provide feedback and discuss changes. Liquid Galaxy is a great, close-knit, and collaborative community. I certainly recommend contributing in future GSoCs or just engaging in the community's projects in the future. Congratulations to all the LG GSoC students and all the best!
Yes, are you listening to me? Hello. Fine. Well, I only have to say that, well, congratulations, Mahinur. I'm very proud of your project, and I really like that how you developed my original idea. And I really think that maybe in the future we can work together and make it real with real data and real people. And I'm very proud of you. And it was a
Yes, thank you so much. That's a great honor to have, and I really want to work together to make it happen and make it real. And thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you as my mentor.
me too. Well, that's all. I only have good things to say.
That's great.
Hi. So right now it's the first time that I'm seeing like a full run through of the project, and the whole app became very, very interesting. It's a very interesting project and important thing to do. And well done. You did a great job. It's all well designed, and that's nice. I hope you liked GSoC and that you learned a lot.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Yeah, I, yeah, I saw that Harpist app and I find it really well integrated. The UI is quite clean, it is clutter free, and I really sort of like those type of apps. It should be clean, it should be minimal, and those sort of things. Kudos to you. You did a really great job, I would say.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ana Laura. I'm a second year student of System Analysis and Development at Facenda University in Brazil. I live in Sorocaba, São Paulo, Brazil, and I have 21 years old, and I've been working as an intern here at the Liquid Galaxy Facens Lab for a year now. My project is the COVID-19 Data Explorer. It aims to get data about COVID-19, analyze it, and show it on an application and on the Liquid Galaxy cluster. So it gets the data in the Disease API and the Atene API, that is from the Johns Hopkins Research Center. It analyzes it and show it on a dashboard in the main page of the application with charts. So within the application, I choose a chart to see, for example, the data about North America. It will show a chart with the data and also some labels representing the data about every country on the continent. And on the Liquid Galaxy, some polygons represent every country of the continent that we have data about it, with a high representing the amount of data. My original idea in the application was showing also a chart with the prediction data, but I'm still working on it. So here we have my application. It shows a splash screen with all the logos when you open it. Here is the dashboard page, the about page with information about the application, the config page. You can connect it with the LibreGalaxy and do the features. Here on dashboard page, if you touch the charts, in this chart for example, you can see the data about every month. Here you can select the content you want to see the data about it. The year total case, for example. Here on the LibreGalaxy, it shows the balloon with the labels about the countries, like it shows on the application. It shows the polygons I mentioned that before. You can start an orbit, stop, and start it again. So in every continent, you can do this to see the data you selected. Here we have the statistics about the global active cases, separated by continent also. And here the new cases, new deaths, and new recovered on the day you are seeing. If you don't have any data about a continent, you can see nothing. But if you have some data about it, you can also see the polygon. Start an orbit and stop it. So that's it. The Google Summer of Code was a wonderful opportunity to learn more about development a project, especially the development on Flutter, that was the technology I used on my project, about open source development and the LibreGalaxy community, as I had the chance to meet many people from many parts of the world with also great ideas, and also had the chance to learn about how to program myself following a schedule. So I learned a lot about how to program a good application, and for that I have to thank a lot to my mentors, especially Karine, that was my main mentor through this project. So thank you, Karine. I learned a lot from you, so much the part of programming with the LibreGalaxy and the part of dealing with problems I have during the development. And also I have to thank a lot to Emiliet and all the testers in the LibreGalaxy lab in Lleida. And of course, thanks to Andreu, that always helped me by testing the application and bringing new ideas for improvement.
Hello everyone, I'm Karine Pistilli, a computer engineer from Brazil. I've been contributing to LibreGalaxy since 2019, and this is my second year as a mentor. During this period, I've seen contributors develop projects in many different platforms. But Flutter always stood out for me as it is a very powerful framework to create great applications. They are both stable, beautiful, and also very scalable. On GSoC 2020, my project was done with Flutter, and I thought it helped a lot to speed up the development of the app and also to increase the quality of my code, as Flutter is very easy to learn, and in my opinion, the learning curve is faster than with native Android. Flutter also has a lot to offer in the case of performance, documentation, and many packages that are made either by the official team or the community that we can reuse in our apps. Now, speaking as a mentor, I strongly believe Flutter is very helpful to all the mentees. By following up their development, I can see it helps a lot then during the process. And it's very easy for me as a mentor to suggest them things to look up for. So there are plenty of articles and videos online that they can use as a reference. Also, the material widgets are very helpful and very beautiful, so the students don't need to work as much on the style and can reuse the style Google offers on the framework. So I believe it's something very valid that you should check it out and go try Flutter. Am I off mic? Oh, it's okay. Can you hear well? Yes, I do. Yes, I will. So I would like to congratulate Ana Laura. I think she done an amazing job with her GSoC. She had some trouble at the beginning, and she was amazing at dealing with all the difficulties she found through the path. I believe her project became a very beautiful app and something that is very useful to monitor all the diseases. Like, I know the use cases for COVID-19, but we can implement this for diseases, and I think it's very valid. And did you listen, or is it bad, my connection?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hi, my name is Prayag Biswas and I am pursuing Computer Science and Engineering from Indian Institute of Information Technology, Kalyani, India. I am currently in the 4th year. In this GSoC 2023, I am building an app called Smart City Dashboard, whose task is to gather various open data of the smart cities and visualize it through charts and bars in the app as well as in the Liquid Galaxy. So without further waiting, let's take a tour of the app. So let's see a tour of the app. We open the app and get to see a splash screen for 5 seconds showing all the logos. We are opening the app for the first time, so we are asked with all the required permissions. And we are opening the app for the first time, so the app will give us a tour of the app, highlighting all the features of the app and guiding the new users. Suppose, for example, this is a smart city card. If I click on any of it, it will take us to the dashboard of that city. These are all the data of different categories available. For example, weather data, environment data. In the app bar, we can also see the internet connection and connection with the Liquid Galaxy, whether it is connected or not. These are all the different pages. I'll come back to one by one later. Also, our app works fine with and without connecting to the Liquid Galaxy both. But there are some features which are exclusive only with the connection to the Liquid Galaxy. For example, tour of all cities. If I click on it, we'll get to see a prompt that a connection to the Liquid Galaxy is required to use this feature. So let's connect to the Liquid Galaxy. I entered the IP address of the master machine, and the app remembers what I have typed. So I don't have to type it again and again when I come back to the app. Our app is now connected to the Liquid Galaxy. Also, let us sync the Liquid Galaxy first. And we'll get to see our logo on the leftmost screen of the Liquid Galaxy, showing that our app is connected successfully. So let's get back to the home page, and we click on the tour of all the cities. What will happen is that we'll get orbit of the cities available. For example, first it will show a tour of the New York, and we'll get to see a balloon popping up in the rightmost screen of the Liquid Galaxy, showing that our which city it's currently orbiting. Next, it will be Charlotte, and Seattle, and so on. I'm gonna stop the tour. And now suppose I want to see all the cities with the environment data available. So I can just search here ENV, and we get to see that New York and Austin are the only two cities with environment data available in them. In the search bar, we can also say it instead of searching it. The microphone feature doesn't work in this emulator, but it works successfully in any real world device. So let's click on Austin. Similar to the home page, when we go to the dashboard page for the first time, we'll get to see the similar tool, highlighting all the features of the dashboard page. So these are the different categories, and these are the charts. Some features of the integrated Google Map. Also, the leftmost panel of our app is dynamic. Let me clear this. For example, it is like this: when you are in the home page and when you go to the dashboard page, it changes according to the available city data. These are all the charts, and we get to see the same charts with the same UI UX in the Liquid Galaxy as well. And all the charts shown in the Liquid Galaxy are real time. Like the charts shown in the app will be the same the charts shown in the Liquid Galaxy. Uh, and we have an integrated Google Map as well. Uh, we can control the Liquid Galaxy from the app itself. If we move it, it will move in the Liquid Galaxy also. We can play an orbit around the center of the map. Let's check out the environment page. So what do we have there? Content unavailable. Why? Because I have used some of the datasets which are large in size. So what would happen if I put all those datasets preloaded in the app? The app size will increase, making many of the users unable to download the app. So what I have done is to make all those data optional to the users so that the user can download and delete data as per their choice. So it's downloading all the data and we can see the progression here. So let's go back to the environment page and we get to see these charts. These are all the y-axis and x-axis plots, and we get to see the same charts in the Liquid Galaxy as well. And one thing you might have noticed is that this panel is also changing, the bottom right panel. So in case of the weather tab, we'll get to change the dates, various dates. For example, that weather data of today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. Also, the app has some smooth animations which are visually pleasing to the users as well. And we can change the type of this integrated Google Map as well. For example, hybrid, normal terrain, and in other pages apart from the weather and about, we get to option to download the any KML file regarding that category and visualize in the LG. See, all these are KML files we can download and visualize it in the Liquid Galaxy. So let's check one out. I click on traffic cameras. It will download and it was showing the progression of the download here, and the KML file is now running successfully. We'll also get to see that the KML, which KML is filed in the balloon as well as the file size. So let's play the orbit to get a closer look. Uh, Similarly, all the other pages work like this. So now let's check the about city. In the about city, these are the some description regarding that city, and again in the rightmost panel in changing. In the rightmost panel of the about city, we can play a tour across the city. So if I click on it here, it will play a tour of the city of various locations. We can also stop the tour and it will come back to this position. This was the dashboard page. So let's check out the other pages as well. So in the visualizer page, we also get to see this demo. You can also skip the demo. What happens in the visualizer page is that suppose the user wants to download data as per his or her choice. So he can use that file link and put it here, and he can visualize any data as per his choice. So suppose let's open a data which I want to visualize it here. So this is the data file. I want to visualize this as the x-axis, these two columns as y-axis. So what can I do? I can go to any download manager. It works with the Chrome also, and get the download link of that file. Let's wait for a minute to open it. I can just copy the download link of that file and paste it here. So the link is pasted. We wanted to plot the x-axis at 0 only. Basically, these are the column number we want to plot. And I want to select the line chart. I want to plot to y-axis plot. We can change the color of the plot as per our choice. I am selecting blue for the first one. And yellow for the second one. The column number was 2 and 3. And I click on download and visualize, and it will just download the data and see it's visualizing it. Just like any other graphs we have seen, it can visualize any data you can put here. Similarly to the CSV data we have used, you can also visualize any camel data. Just put the link here, similar to that CSV file, and just click on this button and you can visualize any data here also. In case of any problem regarding the app, you can just go to the help page, and all these things are different categories. Like if you have any problem in the settings page, what to do, all the instructions are written here, so the user doesn't get any confusion. This is the about page, giving credits to uh, who have for whose success the app was made. uh, the Liquid Galaxy maintained names and the lab testers, as well as all the logos and the description. Also, the app has light theme and dark theme as well, and the app is available in several different languages. If I click on Spanish, the app will the language will change. Similarly to any other language, we can change it. I'll simply switch back to English because I don't know any other language. And in the Liquid Galaxy management, we can click on any button and it can run a function in the Liquid Galaxy according to it. For example, if I run the relaunch logo, it will just relaunch the app. So yeah, that was overall description of my app. Regarding the dataset part, starting with this weather data, there are no completely free weather data available. So I had to use this API, which has a limit of 33,000 per day, which is a lot. And all the other data, the charts and all the bars used comes from the open data of the respective city sites. For example, Boulder has many data, and differentiated by the categories. If I click on any, I get to see many uh, data sets. Similarly, in Charlotte, there are many data sets which are available publicly, and I have used most of them. Similarly, for Seattle, there are many categories, Austin, and New York also. There are many categories, and all are very nicely organized data. See, there are many data available, and I can sort by the different types. For example, all the KML files I have used comes from here, all these files. So yeah, that was all for the dataset part. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed the demo of the app. It all thanks to Google and Liquid Galaxy for letting me participate in this awesome GSoC 2023. From this program, I have gathered a lot of information about open source program and how to collaborate with big organizations like Liquid Galaxy. Also, very thank you to Andrew sir and Meru sir for guiding me towards the completion of the project. They have been very caring towards my project progression and always supporting me whenever I needed. And it also thanks to all other members of the Liquid Galaxy who have been working very hard to test the project, and for all of them this project has been successfully finished. So thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's try. A ver ahora. Probando, testing, 1, 2, 3. You know, this is a complicated thing of doing.
Se le escucha al otro, pero...
¿A mí no se me escucha
Sí,
todavía?
ahora sí.
Ahora sí, ¿no? Vale. Bueno. So theoretically, it's corrected now. Let's see. So I was going to say that I am happy with I would say 99 of the projects. Maybe there is a few projects that are lagging behind, but I don't want to say that there are projects that are bad than other ones. All the projects are very nice, and contributors perform, I would say, also very good. But I want to say also that yours is since the beginning. I told you that is the most I will say flatterly interface, because you have used in a very nice way the Flutter widgetries, and I like a lot your interface. We have some issues. We have had some issues. You corrected them, and the application is very nice. I like it. And also, believe me, there are two things that I like a lot. That the thing that you are able, you allow the people to just simply open a CSV and launch the data to the Liquid Galaxy. I appreciate this. We have done this in the past, and it's a kind of project that we want to do in the future, a little bit more complicated. So for me, as again, I appreciate all the projects, but for me, yours is one of the best UX and functionalities. So
Thank you, sir.
Good work, project. Maybe Jazz, do you want to say something as a UX
Yeah,
expert?
definitely. I really like the app from the very start, that you have integrated so well, and you have also incorporated, I think, 7 languages, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was also very good. It is very pleasing to the eyes of the user. I would say the graphics, the layout, the way you have presented it, the way you have managed your information architecture, what we say, the left sidebar, which is very prominent, so the user can know where he is at, and sort of stuff like that. I would say you have an eye for a design, and that's a very good thing to have. So just keep it up and keep doing these awesome work, build up great UIs. And I would say that a few things that I think could be made, like your Flutter map, you can just make it maybe full screen, make a small icon, make it full screen, something like that, so the user can just play with it even more, and he can again shorten it, something like that. Other than that, I like the layout. I like the dark theme and light theme that you incorporated. They are very pleasing. The color choice is really good. So incredible job. Hats off to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other mentor here that wants to make a question to Yash? To Prayak? Carini, Victor, Victor Carreras, Octavio? No? Okay. Let's gonna go to the next student. Thank you all. Let's change again to the YouTube.
implementing the voice functionality via AI generated pre-recorded voices on the cloud, thanks to the countless hours of the interns who worked at the LIDA lab. And we also achieved, for the same voice functionality, we also achieved the real-time AI or audio generation via Bach, thanks to Suno Bach. And the sound functionality, we achieved that as well for categories. And for context sensing, we achieved context sensing thanks to the MediaWiki API. Now, my journey at Liquid Galaxy has been wonderful so far. I got to learn so much from my mentors, from the admin, from the contributors, from the community itself. There are a lot of people in this community, and the contributors like to help each other a lot. They stay in touch and help each other out with things. The community is active compared to other communities. This community is very active. Out of all the communities I have been in, the community here is active. They reply fast. They help you solve errors. They give their time of the day to help you, and it really represents the power of unity in tech. And I think that Liquid Galaxy project has been a very great chapter in my life, and further, I do plan to contribute more in open source and as well as Liquid Galaxy. So now let's start with the demo of Locator Voice CMS in my own system. So as you can see, this is the home screen. Okay, the first thing you need to do is go into the settings right here in the administration tools, and then enter your details about your Liquid Galaxy as well as the AI server from the settings right here. After you have done that, you have to go back onto the home screen. Now the previous features are of course there. I've removed some deprecated features and improved the UI as well, and I will directly show you the new features which I have implemented. So the first feature, which was the voice feature. Now there are two kinds of voices I have implemented. First is the pre-recorded voices. So first, what I will do, this is the pre-recorded voice button, which is called artificial intelligence audio. I will click on it.
The Eiffel Tower, Tour Eiffel in French, initially called Tour de 300 meters, 300-meter tower, is a butylated iron structure initially designed by civil engineers Maurice Koechlin and Émile Nouguier, and built after aesthetic redesign by Stephen Silvestre, by French civil engineer Gustave Eiffel, and his collaborators for the 1889 Universal Exposition in Paris.
As you can see, you heard the AI generated audio which was pre-recorded and stored in the drive. Now for this magic's wand icon, you can see it is for artificial intelligence context, which will generate the audio in real time with your AI server running in the background. I will click on it. As you can see, the audio generation is initiated and the voice will soon be heard.
The guys who have clicked on Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is a tower on the Champ de Mars in Paris, France.
So as you heard just now, that was the audio which was generated real time right now in the AI server. So the next feature would be the sound feature, which is I've given sounds to the categories. There are some default sounds. Let's say for biggest world cathedrals, if we click on play category sound, you will hear the sound of the cathedral, which you would experience in a cathedral. So with cattle and blue flag ports, you would probably hear the sound of water and ships. Yes, exactly. So, and the good thing about this is you can go into the settings and you can edit the current sounds, or you can add your own categories and make and set new sounds for them. Or what you can do is you can even set sounds for these default categories as well. The other feature would be nearby places. Let's say we go to Eiffel Tower. No, and the other feature would be nearby places. Let's say we go to Lisbon. Let's go to Lisbon.
You are looking at Lisbon.
Exactly. The sound you heard was the real-time AI server, which generated the sound of the poi name. Okay. Now, when we click on nearby places, what it will do is it will generate a list of the places which are nearby the current poi. For Lisbon, these are the nearby places. Now, the best thing about this is you can also click on those nearby places and go there. If I click on Eduardo 7 Park, what the LG will do is LG will go there as well as generate audio for it via the AI server.
You have clicked on Eduardo the Seventh Park.
Yes, exactly. As you heard, it also generated audio. Now, if I click on Marquee of Pomble Square,
We have clicked on Marquee of Pommel Square.
yes. So that was the demo of located voice CMS in my own system. Thank you. Of the Google Summer of Code has its own perks, right? A lot of perks actually. Now, if you are a participant of Google Summer of Code, you of course have the access to the community of Google Summer of Code as a whole, not only the organization you're working for. Now, for a person to have access to this community, which has some of the brightest minds from the all over the world, is a great perk for moving on in their career. They can get advices from them, they can uh, get guidance from them, and a lot of them are just students, and you can set up your benchmarks according to them and help each other grow. Now, the students who are at university, for them it's a great opportunity because it gives you a taste of the real tech industry out there. And the other people, there are of course in Google Summer of Code, there are not only university students, there are a lot of people who are who are working professionals as well. So they do help you a lot and give you a perspective of how things are going to be when you walk out in the future, 5 years in 5 years down the line, or 2 years down the line. It's it's been a great pleasure. And I mean, for open source development, it is a great thing that uh, Google Summer of Code, of course, encourages people to uh, go for open source development. And I think that as a just a regular user of technology, I think open source is plays a very important role in all of our lives. I mean, not only the tech people but everyone. So I think Google Summer of Code is a very great program for a student, especially a student, to participate. Of course, the working professionals as well. I encourage all the students to participate in it because it really gives you a lot of perspective. Thank you.
Hey there, everyone. This is Mentor Yashraj, and I was a contributor in 2022. And now in 2023, I have seen so many great contributors and so many great apps. I'm really happy to be a part of this Google Summer of Code. And in general, we started off by making some meets, some live streamings about accessibility and so on to enhance the user experience, to keep a work log of their performances and what they're doing. And so far has been very great, I would say. The contributors have worked so effectively. I in general mentored for the first time Google Summer of Code, and it was a very great experience to do that. I had like a couple more than a couple of contributors, and it was so good to have them interacting with me to ask questions. And just seeing them think aloud just brings me feel like I'm the contributors, and I can just see from their shoes that how they are creating those code and making those applications work, giving them life. It has been a very good journey, and I am really happy to be a part of this. Thank you.
Okay, so Just, do you listen to me?
Yeah, I can listen to you.
Before for the student, I will also to thank you publicly because, as you have said, you not only have helped your own two contributors that you manage on their projects, like Vedan, but also help a lot on the other students that requested your opinion about the UX and so on. So thank you very much, Yash, for your collaboration as always.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to do so.
Okay, so Vedan, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Are you
here.
here, Vedan? So let's start by the first thing. What is the first thing I'm gonna say you about you? Let me take a look at the camera. You are a poet, a poet. You're always making poetry. I mean, the word, the phrase that you have on the Liquid Galaxy, there are the brightest minds in the world. I mean, you have to withdraw this. That's too much. You're a poet. Okay, first thing first. Second thing, you haven't talked too much about one very important thing about. Oh, good? About the AI question. I mean, your project has been one of the 3 or 4 projects this year that we have tried to implement new functionalities for the whole Liquid Galaxy project. And so we have, for to start, we have a server. We created a local server that has to be on the networks of the own network of a Liquid Galaxy rig, with the help of Mario Ezquerro, or Beloved mentor, Google Cloud developer expert in cloud, running Rocky Linux and running Dockers. So you have, come here. I want to see your shirt. Show your shirt here, your shirt. Sure. Come. You're fast. The Docker guy. So the question was that it's been very important for us because we have implemented the AI server, we have implemented the Docker thing that many other contributors are using. Even contributors that don't know how to use it, like Mahinur, at the end wanted to make it running on a Docker. That's very nice because when you go to the work at some point in your life, you will have to use using these technologies. Docker will be here for many years to come. So implementing the Docker and the AI server, it's a very important thing. And also you and me have long months discussion about what technologies of AI technologies to use, because the point was about implementing the voice and the sensing of the context sensing of the place where the Liquid Galaxy is. So it took time for us and for you, but finally we achieved it. And with the help of the Lord of the Year that is here, Navdeep, our colleague, and Rafael also, on the AI server, we managed to implement your Docker and replicate your system at home. Remember that the systems that the contributors have at home are not the same that the ones in the real life, because you work on a single PC with several virtual machines. That's nice, but when you go to a real Liquid Galaxy with plenty of different computers running on a network and so on, things are different. We finally managed to make it work, and we are very happy because we can listen to the sounds. Navdeep, ¿podemos poner un sonido? Inténtalo poner, y me avisas. We're going to try to make a sound here, because it works. Otra cosa es que esté conectado al servidor y todo eso.
Con la otra tablet.
Okay. We cannot do some. You have shown it very loud in your demo. So again, this project has been very interesting for us as a community, because in the future we will be integrating this technology you have started to ideate or to test in all the other projects. So voice is going to be important. What else? Not too much. So again, you are a poet, and your your program will be helpful, your project will be helpful for the future of the Liquid Galaxy implementing that stuff of the voice. But only one remaining thing, and you are seeing on the mid the one of the two big Liquid Galaxies we have here. This is a 342 inches screens. And what are you seeing at the left, Vedan?
Yes, I do see that the aspect ratio is quite disturbed, and I will fix it. Do not worry.
Okay, fantastic, man. I want to ask the contributors. Which one of you have problems with this? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Almost every one of you. Murillo, have you had problems? Okay, that's the point. Krishna, have you had problems with the size of the Mahinur? You know? Almost every of you, and Laura too, Manaj, Prayak. So it's a very simple stuff. So yours still is not working. Take a look at this. It has to be something like a third in vertical. Remember, Liquid Galaxy screens are full HD, 1080 by 1920 vertical. So please make the logos in the right size. Nothing else. Any other mentor that wants to make any consideration?
I would love to say that it's really great, Vedant. You brought the power of AI to Liquid Galaxy and on your Google Earth. So I really love that context sensing part and the voice that you have very well integrated. And with the power of your poems, you became unstoppable. So yeah, that was all.
Okay.
Thank you a lot. I'm really thankful for this program, and I really was helped by you, your mentoring sessions, everything, by you and Andrews as well. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue. Let's go to the next student.
Hello everyone, my name is Artur Guilleres Cervera and I live in Lleida, a city from Catalonia in Spain, and I have studied a degree in computer science here in Lleida, and now during this summer I've been a contributor of GSoC, and I made my own project called Arca that I'm going to show you right now. Well, the idea behind this project is to have a visualization tool and visualization and control tool of a swarm of agriculture robots deployed on different lands by different farmers. For example, if you have this tablet with your own robots like Amiga from FarmNG, you will be able to see all the information collected by the robots at the tablet that I will show you. I will show you later. As the battery level of the robots, the kilograms carried by the robots, the kilometers done by the robots. Also, pictures of the lands, of the status of the fruit or the trees. You are going to be able to see the path done of all of those robots. and also to have this control at the tablet as have the control too on the Liquid Galaxy rig that I will show you in a small demo of all the functionalities that the tablet is able to do. As I have said, to show different images, to show the path done for these by these robots, show the information that you can generate on the tablet. You are going to see it in different balloons, and also all the Liquid Galaxy commands as power off, launch, clear, KMLs, or whatever. Well, now I'm going to show the demo of the application. First of all, we start the app at the tablet. At once it will open, it sends the KML to and we see if we are connected or not. And once we are in, we are able to see. I don't know if you can see it properly. You can see the main screen where you can see all the information of each robot. Here, for example, we have selected the first one, but if we change, all the information changes. Here on the first button, global info, we are able to see all the information, like a global info of all the robots deployed on each field, in this case, on each land, in this case, the one that is selected. On the gallery, we are able to see like an image gallery. They are all the images taken for the robots, and if we click on someone, we are able to send a KML, and we see the image there in a balloon. If we close, it disappears. On the map, I will show you later. On history, we are able to compare each robot of the land with all the robots' land information. For example, here with Levy, with all the information of the land. If we change, we see that this information changes, and we are able to see and compare which robot has carried more kilograms or something. And in land selection, we are able to change the land that we want to see. For example, if now we are on Lleida, but if we want to go to China, it apply changes, and all the robots here has changed. So if we want to, for example, I go Lleida again. If we want to show on the Liquid Galaxy information, for example, this Riley robot, we click to send to LG. We are able to see here a balloon with all the information. It's the same information here. The battery, it's the battery that we can see it here. The status, that it's off, that it's false. The kilograms, the kilometers, and so on. And for last one, if we click on the map, here we are able to see the map on the tablet. Also, we are able to see the map on the Liquid Galaxy. We can see the path delimited of the field that we are looking for. Also, the robots. I don't know if you can see it. Here's one. Here's another one. And now it's not implemented, but all these robots are going to move on following these red lines. That is the path of each robot, but now it's not implemented. And if we move here, it also moves on the Liquid Galaxy rig. So if we want to send an orbit, we can build an orbit, and we are going to see an orbit here on all the land that we are looking for. And some of the Liquid Galaxy, here it's the connection page. And if you want to, for example, clear KMLs, we click on the clear KMLs and logos. And if we want to pull it off, for example, we can pull it off all the Liquid Galaxy. And well, to conclude this video, what I like most of this experience, GSoC experience, is that I had never afforded before a project like this, an Android project with these dimensions, so treating all these different technologies. I have learned that all of these, SSH connection, data treatment, read data and load data, and try to be more polite during these projects. Well, and as I was saying, when I started coding, my coding experience was very bad. So all my code was really bad, and I had to carry all those errors during this period. So one of the best things that I have learned is to try to be more polite and be more mark my objectives and try to go step by step and afford the small problems slowly. Don't want to run, and all the open source development. I think it's a good idea, and it helps to everyone, to all people that is starting, for example, as me. It helps if you want to check for someone else code, or you need information. It's the best way to learn and to help each other and have a better community, as on GSoC, that all the projects are open source, and it's easier to communicate and look for other information. So I think it's a good experience for learning new technologies and trying to upgrade your skills during doing projects like this. So thank you, hope you like it.
Hello everyone, I'm Victor. I'm mobile tech lead in a international consultant company. I have been involved in mostly in Flutter projects. Also, I think this year have been a really big and special contributions from Liquid Galaxy. Also because 8 from 11 projects have been developed with Flutter. Flutter as open source project, I think, is special and unique in how its core have been developed, because they change the rules of other hybrid technologies. For me, that's why this internship, this program have been completely different as others. Yeah, for me, it's really interesting to contributors to being involved in open source projects because they can learn a lot of things and also give to the community a bit of part that the community gave us and them. So I think this is real special for them to learn and to be able to read and explore and grow up if they can work in a program like this. Also, for me, I have been really pleasure to be here because as a mentor, I could learn a lot of things and could learn and meet other people. So I think this is something unbelievable because this community, it's unbelievable too.
So, Mentor Victor Carreras, are you there?
in here.
Okay, good. So to start, I want to say again, thank you. ¿Todo bien? ¿Los dos? I want to say again thank you, Victor, for your help this year as new mentor and as a specialist that you are in Flutter, and that you had only not help Artur on his project, but also help other students, and also with the trainings on the internet, the Liquid Galaxy streaming we've been doing all the summer, and you also helped here making a Flutter streaming. And I say it's very important because 8 of the 11 projects are developed in Flutter, and this is very important. So thank you very much. Do you want to say any words now, Victor?
Yes, I would like to say to Artur, well, here we are. I remember your programming skills when you started on this journey. How you got better and better with every commit you made until you got to the point where we are now. So I'm sure you have a practical future ahead of you in the world of software development, especially with Flutter. So I certainly hope to be around you to see it up close. Thank you very much.
So as you can see, guys, we have two students, two contributors next one to other ones, are the ones in the Liquid Galaxy Lab Lleida, because we have some faulty connection, and Artur is just seated next to Rafael that will come in a few minutes. So any other questions from any other mentor? Josh, you want to mention, or have you seen the project from Artur, or any question?
Yeah, I saw the project right now. It is very well integrated. It is simple and clutter-free, and I really love that you have used Flutter in it. Flutter is in active development right now, and I'm really happy to see more and more Flutter projects coming up. Yeah, that's
a couple of things, Artur. Take note of this for your ending the project next week. But you have to make credit for a person. Remember that the original layout of the application was developed with the help of an artist and a student. Yeah. So you have to make credit to this guy, because it's very important. We started with Figma months ago, developing all the layout, the screens. You mentioned just about the clean interface that has, and we developed this on Figma, and then of course Artur made the code over with the help of Victor, and it's very important. So, any other question there? No? Let's continue. Thank you very much, guys. Let's go to the next student.
Hello, my name is Murilo Nogueira Duarte, and I'm a computer engineer at Facens, São Paulo, Brazil. I'm developing the Liquid Art AI project in the summer Google Summer of Code. I choose this project because it's a combination of two things that I love, technology and art. I draw since I'm a kid, and at the same time, I was creative for robots and new technologies. So when I saw this opportunity to apply both, I didn't think twice. Talking about the Liquid Art AI project, it has two parts. An app that generates images using text prompts, and a Docker file that runs on a local machine with an image generator AI running on API mode. Both communicate with each other and with the Liquid Galaxy using an Dart server. The app sends requisitions to the APIs or the Docker local machine and process their responses into image files that can be saved and then sent to Liquid Galaxy with screens. The goal of this project was to make an app that gave people the ability to generate their own images using already made APIs or their own local image generator API and share them with anyone, be sending it to their friends or showing it on the Liquid Galaxy for many people. So right now I'll be presenting my project, the Liquid Art AI project. So at my right we have the Docker file running on the Docker desktop. Right here we have the prompt of command that is showing me the computer IP. So later on I can connect with the server. So first let's go to the connection page and connect with Liquid Galaxy. So right now we connect with the Galaxy and then we can open the demo canvas that show this landscape, and we can close the canvas from here. Then the next step would be go to the key secret services key in AI services configuration, put your API keys, and then we change this to our IP from your machine now. This one, the port is set to be always this, so we can go right now to the drawer page. Right here we have 4 different API models, excluding the one that we are running on your local machine. So let's first try DALL-E. So right here let's try to create some flowers. The simple text prompt. Then after some time the image will load up, like in these flowers here. Then DALL-E don't have the DALL-E API don't have the configuration to generate images for Liquid Galaxy because it's a limitation of the API, but the other ones can, like this one, Realistic Vision. So I can right now generate another prompt using my voice, lion. So as you can see, detect my voice. These other APIs can take more time to generate images because of the size of the image that it generates. So right now we are creating another image, and right now it's finished loading, so we can share this image with someone that we want, or we can save it. When we save the image, it goes to our gallery page. On the gallery page we have some demo images that we can use, like for example this flower camp right here, we can use them. And then we have our own saved images, like this lion, that we can select and show it on Liquid Galaxy. So that will be it for my project. Thank you so much for watching. This GSoC was incredible. I was able to connect with a lot of great and talented people while developing my first open source project. I learned a lot about coding for open source and how wonderful and rewarding it can be. I learned about organizing myself. I learned new technologies like Docker, and yet the most important lesson that I will take from this project is that communication is a key to success, and without it you will get behind. So talking about what you're doing and giving feedback to the people around you is extremely important. I would like to thank Mark and Drill for this opportunity and the Liquid Galaxy community, in special Vedant, that helped me a lot with my project since the beginning. And I would like to thank my two mentors too, Victor and Karine, that guide me through all this process. Victor taught me how to do Docker and code better, and Karine helped me a lot with the Liquid Galaxy connection.
Hi everyone, my name is Victor Sanchez and I'm a Google developer expert in web technologies. One more year, I am spending a part of my summer collaborating with the Google Summer of Code, where students, mentors, and very interesting projects join together to produce high quality open source, hopefully. I am collaborating inside the Google Summer of Code with Liquid Galaxy. This is a project based out of Lleida and led by my friend Andreu Ibanez. This year, my student, Murilo Nogueira, is working on a project called the Liquid Art, which is really cool. We are using AI from Midjourney to Stable Diffusion and, of course, Google's models on the cloud now to generate beautiful art that we're going to be exposing in this very high resolution that is the Liquid Galaxy rig. I have to say this has to be one of the most interesting projects that we have done so far, even though it's relatively simple, right? You introduce the prompt, you select the models, a couple of options based on the resolution and the quality of the image that you want to generate, and you are able to showcase it directly in the Liquid Galaxy. In order for this to be possible, since some of these models needs to run on a GPU, we are adding this year a new machine to the rig of the Liquid Galaxy with a powerful GPU that will allow us to run even some of these models locally and kind of put together a much more interesting and compelling demo for the Liquid Galaxy itself. As you know, demos around the year for the Liquid Galaxy are plentiful, and what we want to do is put in the hands of the people that attends these demos a very interesting demo on how to generate and how these diffuser models actually work. A Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, and now Google are going to be kind of democratizing, right, the content creation that were before a very small group of people that was able to generate high quality images. And very soon, but by the way, these models are going to be able to do the same with voices, videos, or even 3D models. So we are about to see an explosion of content. From a project perspective, obviously the application and the networking part of it is going to be an interesting part, of course, for any student. And the other thing that is going to be extremely interesting is obviously in order to generate these high quality images that are required to be shown on a high resolution screen as the Liquid Galaxy is, it will require probably some addition and some kind of remodeling or readjusting on some of these generative models, which is going to be as well a pretty challenging task, I'm sure, but one that our students are absolutely up to doing it. I will continue to report on the advancements on the projects. In the meantime, have a nice Google Summer of Code.
Very good. Hi, Victor.
Hey, Andrea, how are you?
I have to say that your camera is the best in the streaming. Not now. Your webcam is not as good as the other camera you recorded.
Sadly, no. Sadly, no. I am traveling right now, so I don't have my usual, lights and everything.
I don't want to name where are you in the world, but I'm happy to you. So first of all, I have to say, of course, that I want to say thank you very much to my also colleague and friend Victor. We sometimes we make the same anecdote that when we are together is that we started this thing, I would say, next to the Google communities and so on back in 2012, where we suddenly meet at the Google I/O conference in San Francisco, and I was there working for Google, showing the Liquid Galaxy, and Victor was a visitor, and he approaches me at the stand, at the booth, and he's like, "Hey, I'm listening you talking in Spanish or in Catalan, I don't remember." And
Catalan, was Catalan.
it was Catalan.
You were speaking with your mom on the phone, actually.
Okay, it was even more strange. So if you want to see the video, actually, you can go to my YouTube channel. we have there the video that Victor recorded. It's a very good thing from the past. So again, Victor, thank you for. And also remember that we have this year several Google developer experts. Victor is one of them in web technologies. Also we have Mario for cloud, Victor. Which ones we have more?
Moises.
Moses. And Moses is not there. I don't know where he is, but it's not going to be today. I think he's outside of Spain and he cannot attend. But we have several, and I hope, or I know, that next year we will have even more Google developer experts. And I thank a lot for your time. So now we are, Victor, live. So what do you want to say to Murilo?
So first of all, I was mentioning right in that pre-recorded video that the project is simple. I meant to say it looks simple, right? And it's very easy to use on the side of the student. On the side of the user that is in front of the Liquid Galaxy. But actually, the first thing I wanted to do is to commend Murilo. We approached him at the beginning of this project, and we asked him to complicate his project. This is something that we sometimes do, mentors, organizers, right? And we asked him to do even more than he was planning, because we believe that he could do it, and this could become the really cool project that has become. So the first thing that I wanted to commend Murilo for is for that bravery, for taking on not only on the project, but on the little extra that we asked since the beginning. And as I mentioned, right, the result is a very simple, very well-designed application that I hope that is going to do delight for everyone looking at this demo for many events to come with the Liquid Galaxy demos. And hopefully, people like me, I wasn't a student when I was on that first event, when I saw Andreu with the Liquid Galaxy for the first time, now Google developer expert many, many years later. But I hope many people approach Andreu and ask him about the project due to the project that Murilo has built. So as I mentioned, really complex project that has a deceptively simple interface on just asking what you want to see and magically being showed on the screen. Murilo, from the beginning, I remember our first mentorship, he asked me, he wanted to do better code, he wanted to have best practices and have better clean code. I think he has definitely achieved that. And the feedback that I gave him on that first 2 sessions shows in every single line of code that he has written after that. He was managing 2 very new, very difficult things to do with this new machine that we have applied on the Liquid Galaxy, and this generative arts model that sometimes, configuration-wise, network-wise, are not easy to handle. So once more, he navigated this with plenty of grace, and hopefully the result, shows all of that. So Murilo, congratulations on your spirit on that work. I love that you ended the video talking about communication. This is true for you and for everyone else. Being able to tell the stories of the things we learn, of the things we do, I think it's really important, and it's an extremely important part of the community, right? I mean, I really like the demo day because we get to see and to learn from what people has done and seen during this period. So continue building great things and continue telling great stories about those things that you build. Thank you, Andreu and the Liquid Galaxy project, to trust me one more year. I said it at the beginning of the stream. I say it again. This is my favorite event of the year, and it is for a reason. So yeah, looking forward for many more summers. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Victor. And let me add a few words about the specialty of this project, because again, we tried this year to implement the artificial intelligence thing. From for other years, we have started to do things with AI, but this year we tried hard, and we most of the time succeed. So I would say that the artificial general intelligence, these words that are all day long on the news, are something that have to be as contributors and future workers on wherever you are in your agenda, because it's going to be very important. And the thing that we have implemented, the AI server with the Docker technology and so on, it's something that I understand have you grow and learn other technologies that I remember that no one contributor this year know anything about Docker before we start to say that you are gonna have to make a Docker, and then Mario come and make his conference about basic stuff on Dockers and so on. So I believe that this is good for you all and for the community. And last but never least, I want to say thank you to some special person. That's Karini. Karini. Because Karini is next to Murilo. Just raise your hand to the right, and you two are together in the Facens Liquid Galaxy Lab. And thank you very much, Karini, for your time. And I don't know if you want to say something about Murilo's project.
Yes, I do. It's true. I followed Murilo very closely, both Murilo and Ana Laura, and he worked very hard on all the tasks he needed to accomplish. I believe he's done an amazing job. I've seen him here, like spending nights, both he and Ana Laura spending a lot of time trying to work on their projects and make it very well, make a good job. So I'm very sure that he learned a lot and accomplished a lot. I'm very proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself as well.
Very good. Do you want to make any comment, Josh?
Yeah, I would like to say if we go back into the days when we were just selecting candidates and we had to choose someone for the Liquid Galaxy AI. So I would say that we were trying to, like, there are many lots of candidates and each of them like has a treasure that they have a lot of knowledge, but we have to find one who is the fitting candidate for that particular task. So I would say seeing this Liquid Galaxy AR, seeing the accessibility that he has given, we have certainly found that fitting candidate. So yeah, awesome job, Murilo.
So Murilo, good work, and keep still doing things. We will say this at my ending remarks, because we are in the middle of this demo day, so we have to continue. Thank you all, and let's go again to the YouTube.
Hello everyone, my name is Rafael Salgueiro. I live in El Poal, a small town in Catalonia, Spain. I am a student at the Universitat of Lleida, specifically studying computer science in the field of artificial intelligence. And the next year I will finish the university. Now I will explain what I am working on. The project I am working on is an application that is going to be connected to the Liquid Galaxy. The Liquid Galaxy is a system for displaying content on maps in a panoramic, immersive and interactive way. And it is going to show the orbit of two satellites. These satellites will be selected by the users. We will see too the possibility of these satellites to collide and the area affected of the Earth if the collision occurs. During the GSoC period, I have been working on the creation of an artificial intelligence model to predict the collision of satellites. This part is done with Python. I worked on the connection and creation of a server, a connection of the server with my application. That this connection I used APIs written in in Python, and I used Kotlin and Java, that are languages that I used to make the application, and I learned the KML uses. That the KMLs are the files that the application sends to the Liquid Galaxy to show the orbit of the satellites, the information of the satellites, the probability if they will collide or not, and they are affected. And now we will going to see a demonstration of the. Well, this is the app. You have to put the number of screens, the IP of the master machine, and the password. And then when you connect, the logos are displayed in the screen. And then you can go to the main menu and click the check collision button. This button will print here some information if the collision will be done or not. This time is yes. So here in the Liquid Galaxy we can see a small tour that gives us to this position, the two orbits of the satellites, the area affected of the collision, and some information in the right screen. In the master machine there are 3 KMLs, one for the orbit, one for the collision circle, and one for the visualization that is a tour. And I will play. Is a tour for the orbit, for where it goes. And then you can pause the visualization, that this will stop the tour. In a future, we can see all the orbits in percentage. So if you want to see the 50%, you can click the 50%, the 100% of the satellites that is in the database. This button will be for actualize the database and get all the satellites active now. This button of here will bring us to the first position of the orbit, and the right button will give us the position of the last button. Will be displayed like this. And these buttons are drop-down buttons that contains all the satellites that are in the database. And if you want to hide the logos, you can press the hide logos button. Let's see, this one, and the logos will be disappear. And you can clear all the KML data with the button too. All the data will be, and you can power off the application too, or reboot if you want. I've had a good experience with GSoC. The community has helped me in everything they could, and I really like the work environment. Regarding the code, I have learned a lot because I have never made any mobile application before. I had created a couple of APIs and discovered the KMLs in this project. I had done something in the university about the creation of artificial intelligence models, so it was not so complicated for me, but the data part was a bit hard, the data treatment. Installing the artificial intelligence server in the lab was fun because I had never done it before and I learned how to do it. I had many problems creating the data for the model, since there was a part of the data that I had to extract from a PDF, and it cost me a lot. I tried different libraries to extract the data and it was difficult. Another problem I had was showing the orbits of the satellites because I was written in the KML file the latitude and longitude backwards, and then the orbit wasn't correctly displayed in the Liquid Galaxy, and I was 3 or 4 days stuck in this or more. I also had some problems showing the information in the Liquid Galaxy with the KML issues because I don't write them correctly. Now yes, but at this moment I don't know how it works. We also had many problems installing the Liquid Galaxy in the lab. It took many days to get the Liquid Galaxy installed, and now it's not working at all, but we have more Liquid Galaxies there to test the applications, and well, it was fine. In general, the GSoC has helped me a lot to learn new language, to understand the orbit of the satellites, and I am very happy with the results obtained. But the application is not ended yet, so I think that in 3 or 4 days more, the application probably will be ended at all. And thanks for all.
Hello, my name is Moises Martinez, based in Madrid, Spain, and I have been a mentor in Google Summer of Code this year for the third time. I'm a PhD in computer science in the field of artificial intelligence, and I work as machine learning engineer, building models based on traditional machine learning, deep learning, and large language model. Besides, I'm a Google expert in machine learning and teacher in some Spanish universities, teaching some subjects related to practical programming, big data, and artificial intelligence. This year, I have been a mentor of a really interesting project which tried to detect collision between stationary satellites by means of machine learning models. This project has offered the opportunity to my students to learn how to design and develop a full software project which include artificial intelligence moving from scripting programming, mobile apps, REST APIs, machine learning, and mainly visualization on Liquid Galaxy. The GSoC program is a great opportunity for students for all over the world to participate in key projects to learn how to create real apps using Liquid Galaxy and Google Earth technology in order to improve their skills, meet new people, and learn about new technologies related with Liquid Galaxy. Then, if you have the chance to join to the program in the next years, try to do it.
So, Rafael, you're there.
Hello.
You're there because I'm seeing you just over my screens. So, our beloved Moises Martinez mentor is not there because he's having other questions today, but I want to start also, as with the others, saying thank you very much for the job. Moises has been with us also for several years, and being a Google developer expert in machine learning is a very important thing because, and also PhD, he has a deep knowledge on Google technologies and also, of course, in the machine learning and artificial intelligence. And also, I want to mention that the app you have developed, Rafael, is included in one special, I will say, set of applications we have developed this year and in the past that we call space apps. Space apps is because we use Google Earth not only to show the Earth, but as Google Earth can go further, we use it to see the orbits and so on you have shown us in your project, and it's another way of representing information very interesting. So I hope, Rafael, you have learned a lot. Have you learned a lot, new things or not?
Yeah, I like
well,
all this stuff.
Before you started, have you used Docker files or something like this?
Docker files, yes, but pushing it to Docker Hub and download to the server, no, never.
Good.
That was easy.
And also, I'm pretty sure because I've seen you daily. You have fight against the KMLs.
Yes.
You are still fighting.
your project is almost done. I would say as most of the projects, 80% are almost done. Only a few are really finished. So again, thank you, Moises. He's not here, but he will see your words, and thank you, Rafael. Let's go for the next project.
Hello everyone, my name is Mas Kumar and I am from India. I am currently pursuing my electrical engineering from IIT BHU, Varanasi. So I have keen interest in astronomy and astrophysics apart from coding. And since I joined my college, I have been involved in astronomy club of our institute along with the coding club of our institute. And now I am currently the secretary of the astronomy club at our institute. For my coding skills, I am proficient in Flutter and Dart for cross-platform development. And I also know Python, C++, C, and other frameworks as well like HTML, CSS, and JS. And for data management, I know MongoDB So I have been selected for Google Summer of Code this summer for organization Liquid Galaxy. And my project is to build a Flutter-based app for tablet devices mainly. So this app is called Rocket Launcher Visualizer. The basic goals of the project were to extract data from the SpaceX API and then store it locally on the app and create a data structure for the data that are being retrieved from the API and then send it to the Liquid Galaxy rig and also display it on the application as well. So the data sets include the description about the rocket, the inventory, the satellites that the SpaceX has, the upcoming launches that SpaceX will conduct, or the past launches. So these are the basic data set that I have, which also include the images of the rocket and the other article links which are associated with the launch or mission. So and to visualize it on Liquid Galaxy, I used SSH client method. In Liquid Galaxy, there will be two types of visualization. One will be the KML balloon based, which will show the details of everything that is being shown on tablet about missions and launches. And one will have the model of rocket that will be animated in the Liquid Galaxy along with when it is being launched. So this is the basic goal that was there. And apart from these goals, we had thought of introducing accessibility features in our application that include text-to-speech, dynamic font size for visual impaired person, and voice command as well to go here and there in the application. And if possible, we are thinking to implement it in the Liquid Galaxy control as well. And it also includes multiple themes for the application. So if anyone has any visual impairment, then he can opt for any theme that is most suitable to their vision. So these are the basic description of the application. That was the initial goal. Initially, it was I was targeting to show only the rocket launches and rocket launches and launch pads only. But as the project proceeded, we decided to also show the Starlink satellites as well. So now I will be implementing Starlink satellites as well in the application using two-line description method or JSON, whichever will be most suitable. So this is the basic description of my project for Liquid Galaxy. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So this is my Liquid Galaxy setup with application running on BlueStacks. So let's get to the application. So here you can see the application will start with a launcher screen, then it will redirect to the onboarding screen, and upon clicking on next, it will redirect us to the home screen of the application where the data of different launches and the upcoming and past launches will be loaded in the backend of the application. So here it is being retrieved from the SpaceX API and we have the data here in the scroll view. Before we get started further into the application, let's get connected with the Liquid Galaxy first. So here we will go into LG Connection Manager and we'll put in the details.
we should always verify whether the detail that we have entered is correct or not. It is port number and LG, username of machine, main machine password, and total number of clicks. And now we'll click on connect, and it has been connected. And we can see the logo has been displayed on the left top of the Liquid Galaxy. This is the about screen where we have a detail about the application and the organization and brief intro of the application. Then this is the help section where we will have the instruction for the application. This is Liquid Galaxy tasks to perform different tasks. Then we have the settings where we can set different languages for the application, different theme for the application, and a different font size of the application as well. And now moving on to inventory, we have different pockets of the SpaceX that are there and the Starlink satellites as well. Moving on to the home, here we have 3 tabs. Then the other is Maps tab. It will integrate the Google Maps in the app itself, as we can see, and it will also show the details that are being shown here in the Liquid Galaxy. And then here we have the launch info. Click on any of the launch, and then we can see the more info about the rocket. Here we can also see the images of the rocket that are being sent to us by SpaceX. So 2 images here. We can also read the Wikipedia page of this application as well. We can also read the article related to this launch, which is there, and we can also see the Wikipedia page related to this launch. And here are the bit of description about the application, about the mission. We can also watch the live video of this application here. So what we have to do, we have to click on this launch YouTube icon. We will redirect to this link of the video. We can visualize any of the data from here. Like if we click on this and click on visualize in LG, it will let us go to the Liquid Galaxy, and here we are the details of the specific missions that are being shown here as well, using it on the Liquid Galaxy. The basic overview of my application till now. So thank you.
So till now my experience with GSoC has been incredible. I have got to learn quite a lot of things that I didn't knew prior to GSoC, and got opportunity to interact with many other open source developers that have been selected for GSoC. Only not the GSoC, there also the open source contributors that are contributing to the project even though they were not selected. So these are the opportunities that I got after being in GSoC, and till now I have faced quite many issues as well while going through my project and coding period. So in those times I got full support from my mentor and org admin as well. Like I got delayed sometimes with my schedule also, but as we say in GSoC, like communication is the key. So I kept communicating these things to our org admin and my mentor. So and they accordingly rescheduled and restructured my project also. So we didn't lose anything and can also get on time on schedule that were lost during those periods initially. So like for debugging my code, my mentor was always there. I had an issue with KML files while sending it to rigs. I was stuck with that issue for almost a week. Then I finally discussed it with my mentor. So like I asked him to review the portion in which I was having issues. So he also did that. Like we had a separate meet for only discussing those things. Also we are having a weekly project review meet as well with our mentors and org admins, where we discuss about what has been done till now, what could be done more in this project, and how we should proceed in remaining time of the GSoC coding period. Also we are testing the application every week as well by uploading the new release version every Monday, so we can keep track whether the app is working perfectly in release version or not, because initially the app was running quite smoothly in debug mode, but was having some issues in release mode. So to avoid such incidents to happen again, we are opting for this solution to test the app regularly also. So this is my experience with my all. And speaking for open source in general, like I personally think that it is quite very beneficial for anyone who wants to learn and upskill themselves, and also wants to interact with the community that is working in this field. So because like we see there are many big open source projects also that are being run by the community itself, like Linux and other softwares. So open source does give opportunity for oneself to get interact to interact with the community and learn from them also. So this is my overall thinking and view about open source and GSoC. Thank you.
So, Manash.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible?
Remember, please, Manash, next time change your mic because your mic sounds very bad. Today also sounds very bad. No, not
Just
now.
give me
Not
a
now.
few
No,
seconds.
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Just
So
5 centimeters from your mouth, not as 5 centimeters. This way,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
This way is
Okay.
better.
Is it fine now? Is it
And
fine now?
this is okay. Okay. So um, I want to say, Manoj, as I told you also from the very beginning, but your mentor is gonna make his remarks too. I also like a lot your application. The interface, the Flutter interface was very nice and original with these scrolling cars and so on. Um, and this is also on the group of applications that we call space apps. Um, I think it's very nice, and you've been good work. Sometimes you have failed a little bit on the communication, but
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least you have recognized it and you have recovered, I will say. So for me, very good, Tom. So your mentor Jess is going to talk now.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
So, Manash, you have done an excellent job, I would say. So far, I would say you have also come across a lot of hurdles and you have become a better coder than you were before. Is it right or not?
Yes, yes, and it was all grace of yours to guide me through the project period.
All right. Yeah, I want you to keep going and just make your app top notch. The way you are going, I would say you will reach the skies, not only with the SpaceX API, but also with your coding skills. Awesome.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Victor Carreras, have you have the opportunity to see the Manage application in Flutter?
Yes.
What do you think about? It's a Flutter thing.
Yeah. Well, I think this in my company the DCX are completely focusing that technology because I think this giving a lot of things. Also, in just a couple hours ago, they released the latest version with I don't remember the 700 commits have pull requests have merged into the stable branch. So with a lot of things, the AppSQL changes with a new pop-up alert as native in Android and iOS. A lot of things that I could say because I will need a completely full video to that. So yeah, I think this is the beginning of that technology, but we will speak further in that.
Very good. Thank you very much. So,
Yes,
Manage
sir.
again, good project, and thank you for everything. And Josh, thank you for mentoring Manash. Let's continue.
Chop 'em up where he stands. They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my pants. They claim to be who they ain't.
Google Developer. Que si dañas hasta el agua. Vamos a sacar mi vídeo. Me van a suspender. Le enviar un mail y decir, nada para que te deje ahora. Sí,
Chop 'em up where he stands.
Everyone, my name is Aditya Kumar. I am currently a third year BTech student at Indian Institute of Technology, Dhanbad, Jharkhand, India. I have been working on my project Google Developer Community Visualization Tool for this GSoC 2023 under Andrew sir and Yasraj sir. I have successfully included all the details of new GDG data from Google Developer Group website, old GDG data from Kevin Simper app and upcoming events. I faced some difficulties like connecting my app to Liquid Galaxy rigs and scraping of the data, but I successfully overpassed them. So let's move on to my app and see how it's working. So let's open my app. This is the splash screen of my app. This is the home screen where I have included all the new GTG here in recycler view. So you can search for any GTG like by typing here search bar and by entering the any GTG name or its city or its country. Since my app is not connected through Liquid Galaxy, so let's first connect it. You will have to go to settings, connection, and then you will have to enter these details. So let's connect it. Now we are connected to my Liquid Galaxy. So let's have a tour of any of this GTG. Let's have GTG Abomic Calvia. So you can see my Liquid Galaxy is moving to the same GTG. Here I have in this balloon, I have details of this GTG. You can see I have also included all the information about this GTG, like 532 different members are there in GTG. You can orbit about this GTG by clicking here. So here you can see my Liquid Galaxy is orbiting. You can also scroll through this fragment and see like these are all the organization of this GTG, and if any of the upcoming event will be there, this will be listed here, and these are all the past event. You can also contact with this GTG by clicking here, like you can open the Twitter and you will have to sign in for this. So let's move to upcoming event fragment. Here is all the upcoming event of from the Google Developer Group's website, and these are all the past events that have been completed. So let's open one of the upcoming event. So this is iOS 2023 Kathmandu. This is the address where it will happen, and GTG Kathmandu will be organizing this date and time for this event. If you want to get notified for this event, you will have to click on notify for the event. So you will be notified when the event will start. These are all the members and organizing team that will be conducting this event. And you can see the notification here, like iOS 2023 starts at 10:15. That is today. So let's move with my calendar. So here you can see this is calendar, and you can tap on any of the date, and this will show which event will happen on this day. Let's move to OGDG. These are all the OGDG data from Kevin Simper app. Let's open one of them. So these are all the details of the GDG. So here's in settings, we have connection, text to speech. If you switch it on, then the details of the GDG will be read by the text to speech. And here I have all included the LG task. And here's the clear database. If you click on it, all the new fresh data will be downloaded in this app. And this is the dark mode of my app. So that was all about my apps. GSoC, I learned a lot new things which helped me go more deeper in Android development. Members at Liquid Galaxy help each other during the process. In open source community, different people come from different fields, share their experience to help each other grow faster. So that was all from my side.
Hello, Aditya.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir.
How are you today?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Good. This is my turn because I've been your mentor.
So let's gonna have a brief conversation. First, take a look at these logos, man. These logos have also a very bad aspect ratio. Still, are you seeing that, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
You have
Yes,
to
sir.
reduce at half in both directions.
Okay, sir.
The logos have to be something like a 30% of the left screen, not as you have made 80%. Okay, that's simple. Please make it so. You know that is in your list. Uh, Other questions. Remember, Aditya, you still have to find more information on the balloons, and you are getting out of time because when you are showing us on the demo, you were showing us the very nice cars you have done on the tablet with Flutter, perfect, nice. But remember, Google Liquid Galaxy is for the Liquid Galaxy visualization on the Google Earth, not only in the tablet. So you have to show all the information on the tablet. This information has to go to the right screen on a balloon. And you know
Yes, sir.
that. And you know that. I don't want only a gesture. I want you to make it and fast because we are running out of time. And my question is, do you want to succeed this GSoC and get paid?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Definitely. That's a good word. So please make your work. I have to say, you have been doing a good work also, Aditya. I'm happy with you. But the question is that let me try to say it. I believe since the very beginning that your application, we always develop applications that can have some kind of impact. You know, when we started with Victor in the 2000, Liquid Galaxy was released in 2010 as open source, and I remember that I asked Google how many Liquid Galaxies were in the world, and they say me 5, really 4, and the one I built was the 5th 5 only in the world. Now there are something like 3,000. So 3,000 in the world is nothing. Very few people has or Liquid Galaxy or the opportunity to see a Liquid Galaxy. It's a very special project. But as we have changed the goal of our applications not only to run against the Liquid Galaxy but run standalone, I believe in the very beginning that your application has to be useful because we are on the Liquid Galaxy communities, on the Google developers communities, and there are plenty of Google developers communities that can use your application, but your application have to shine. And your application for use on the tablet, I would say is 99% developed. But still, you have to work out the thing on the Liquid Galaxy. Please do the stuff on the logos. It's a 10 minutes work, and if you have problems, just please ask on Discord to the other guys how they managed to do it. It's so simple. And also, please, you have to find information on the right screen because I believe that if your app is nice, plenty of Google developers communities will use it. But if your app is not nice, people will see that you are not a good developer, or you haven't finished the application, and maybe even you have a problem. I think you're not gonna have a problem. But please, Aditya, do the thing.
Yes.
If you need help,
Yes.
ask for help. Ask Mentor Jazz, ask in the Discord, or any other person in the community. I'm pretty sure they will help you. But it's not a matter of technology. It's a matter of you working because you already know how to find in a bubble on the right screen. So and how to go places and how to make orbits. We're seeing the demos that our colleagues here are developing, Navdeep, Imad, and Mohammed. Your application is good, but please end those things, okay?
Yes, sir.
That's always your phrase, yes sir, fantastic. But now do the work. Okay, thank you, yes sir. Let's go for the next thing. Thank you, Aditya.
Hello everyone, I'm Krishna Agrawal. I live in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, India. I'm a third year undergrad pursuing Integrated Master of Technology in Mathematics and Computing from Indian Institute of Technology, Dhanbad. My project is Steam Celestial Satellite Tracker in real time. The aim of my project was to show a satellite's orbit in the Liquid Galaxy rig as well as in the real world using the Arduino control pointer. So in the application, the satellite data is fetched from the SatNox and the Celestial database. We can connect to the Liquid Galaxy rig using the application. When we go to a satellite, when we click on the View in LG button, we can visualize the satellite's orbit in the Liquid Galaxy rig. We can also see the satellite's details on the rightmost sleeve in the form of a balloon, and we can also see the project logo. In the main screen, we can see the satellite's orbit, and we can also see the current position of the satellite. We can also go on an orbit tour, and we can also change the orbit period of the satellite and more using the application. And about the later half of the project, to show the satellite's orbit using the Arduino control pointer, when we click on the View in 3D option, we would need to connect the HC05 Bluetooth module with our application. After we connect, we can send the data to the Arduino control pointer, and after we send, we can see the satellite's current location using the Arduino control pointer. And as the satellite keeps on moving, the Arduino control pointer keeps on tracking the satellite by moving. So I think that the Arduino control pointer is very important for classroom learning, because I think that it can help students to get a deeper learning about space and satellites. So now I'll show my application. So this is the list of all the satellites. We can sort, search and filter them. We can filter them by their country of origin, their status, and the operators currently handling the satellites. So I'll just choose one satellite. So here we can see the complete information about the satellite along with the satellite image. To send the data to the Liquid Galaxy rig, we need to connect to the LG from the LG connection screen. It has already been connected. So now let's visualize the satellite's orbit in the LG rig. When I click on the View in LG option, it should visualize in the LG rig. So now we can see the satellite's orbit and the balloon showing the satellite information. We can also change the orbit period and the balloon visibility. So we can see the changes here. We can also go on an orbit tour. So here we can see that it has gone into an orbit tour. And in the settings page, we have more functionalities, and we can go to the about screen to know about the project information, and we can go to the help screen to get some help when we are stuck to set up the visualization in the LG or to set up the Arduino control pointer. We will have the complete information here. Now I'll show my hardware part. I click on a satellite. So now when I click on the View in 3D button, I'll need to connect my application to the 3D module. I already have it paired, so I'll just connect the module. So after we connect the module, we need to align the model to 0 degree north, and then when we click on the View in 3D button, it should show the satellite's direction. So as you can see, the satellite has moved to show the direction of the satellite. So now let's test one another satellite. We'll need to connect the module again. So it has moved to a different direction to show the direction of the satellite. my GSoC experience was pretty good. It helped me in numerous ways, from upskilling myself by learning new things, improving my communication skills, improving my time management skills, as we had to do other things other than completing the project. I've learned new things like adding more functionalities to the application using Flutter, connecting to the Liquid Galaxy rig, sending data to it, and making the KML files required for the data to be sent. I've also learned more things about satellite, like how do we calculate the satellite's location, how do we calculate the satellite's orbit, and more. As my project involved Arduino, prior to the program I did not have any experience using it, so the program helped me understanding what an Arduino is, how do we write code for the Arduino, how do we upload the code to it, how a Bluetooth module works, how do we receive data from a mobile application using Bluetooth and sending it to the Arduino. I believe that the Liquid Galaxy community is very good and it's very important, as whenever I was stuck at any problem, I always look forward to the Liquid Galaxy community, and someone from the community always helped me. I also think that open source development is very important, as whenever we make our work open source, other people can find potential bugs in the work, and they can also suggest some features that can help the work reach to a bigger scale. I also think that whenever we are stuck in a project, we can see some other people's open source work to understand how they have used a certain code. So overall, my GSoC experience was a good one. I would like to thank the Liquid Galaxy community for always helping me out, and I would also like to thank the Liquid Galaxy organization and especially my mentor, who always helped me.
Hello everyone, I'm Otávio Oliveira and I'm a mechatronic engineer. I live in Brazil. I'm a contributor of the Liquid Galaxy community, and this year I was mentored the satellite celestial tracker project developed by Christian Agrawal. For me, the GSoC is a great opportunity to continue learning about open source world, and is a great opportunity to join with other people around the world or to collaborate with the open source. I hope to continue collaborating with the Liquid Galaxy community, and in the next year can be mentoring another project. So this is it. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, Krishna.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Nervous? Are you okay? Are you okay? Krishna, do you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
Otávio, hello.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, everyone.
So I have, before I leave the word to Otávio, his mentor, I want to say first thanks to Otavio. Otavio was a student contributor for 2 years, and then is for 2 years now his mentor on the community. And Otavio has a very special skills because he's a mechatronics engineer. He's not a computer science engineer only, but it's a mechatronics. So for the reason this year we choose this special project because this project has two sides, special sides. One is that it's a space app project, the ones that we're making for space related things, and also because it's STEAM. STEAM is that thing that students work in science, technology, I never remember, electronics, art, and mathematics, doing all the things that works only, and I like it too much. And also, it's a very complex project. I will say it's more complex than several other projects because Krishna has had to deal with not only with the Flutter code to make the interface, the application, but that's also dealing with Bluetooth, dealing with a connection with Arduino, making code for Arduino, and also 3D printing some pieces. So far, this is the most complex project because it has several pieces. So thank you, Otavio, for your contribution, and now you can say whatever words you want.
First of all, my congrats for everyone. I came to watch every presentation because I'm working right now. I escaped for a minute to talk to you. I'm in the office now, but my congratulations for everyone for your project. It's so hard to develop a nice and useful project during the GSoC time. And about Krishna project is a very cool project. It's a pleasure for me to work together. I think it's the only project with hardware, right? So it's a more step to work. And congratulations, Krishna. Your project is so nice. It's very useful in the classroom for the satellite position to the students or one can see this project. We have some talks during this time by Discord, by emails, and Christian developed a nice work and hard work too. And it's congratulations for your job, and we hope to work together into the community.
Krishna, up to you. How do you feel?
Thank you, sir, for helping me out. I think the project was really good because it can really help the classroom learning. Yeah.
Okay, as I said, it's a very special project, and we'll wait that it works. I will say 100% now, and it's a very nice one because it has many different technologies behind, and also, of course, seeing it on the Liquid Galaxy, as you are also seeing here in the meet with one of the local Liquid Galaxies. So thank you, guys, and let's go for the latest student. But remember, last but not least, we still have one student, and then we have one block of contents, and then the most important thing I will say is my latest work that will be at the end, and you all have to listen because there will be some special announcements there, and you have to attend. So let's go for the next contributor.
Hello everyone, my name is Shridharma Chatterjee. I am a third year BTech student currently studying computer science at University of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. I am from West Bengal, India, and I am also a GSoC 2023 contributor at Liquid Galaxy organization. My project is the Liquid Galaxy gesture and voice control. So what my project is all about is giving the Liquid Galaxy rig the capabilities to be controlled by voice and gesture. So what I mean by voice is voice commands of any kind which would allow the Liquid Galaxy rig to execute the commands without even being touched. And the gesture commands are hand gestures and poses which would allow the users to control the Liquid Galaxy rig again without touching it wirelessly. So the original goals of my project was to provide gesture control as well as voice control, and I think we have accomplished our original goals within the scheduled time limits. So that is what my project is all about, and now I would like to give a demo of my application. So this is my application which I have developed, and this is how it opens. So first it opens a main page where we can access the camera for the gesture detection and the voice for voice detection, and here we have an indicator saying whether the app is connected or not. So excuse me. Then we can go to the settings where we have the option to provide the IP address first, followed by the port number and the master ID, then the password, and then we can provide the number of screens, which is 3 here, and connect. Once it gets connected, it provides the center view of the rig. Then here are a few other options. We can relaunch, shut down, reboot, and center Earth, that is center the view. Each of them require a confirmation, which is something that I have to add after being told, and then after it's connected, we can see in the main page that it says the status is connected. The about page provides the credits as well as a few other links, and the help page provides all of the commands which we can use to control the Liquid Galaxy rig. So let us first check out the demo for voice recognition. So this is the page for the voice recognition mode. Here we can access the help menu again. So here we go. First we need to provide the permission, and move north. Move north. And as you can see, the Liquid Galaxy rig moves north. Move south. And it moves south. Move east. Move east. It moves east. Move west. And it moves west. Other than that, we have zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, and it zooms in, zoom in. Then we can also zoom out. zoom out, zoom out. Yeah. Again, we can choose any kind of location and fly there, like fly to Madrid. Fly to Madrid. And we fly to Madrid. Fly to Mumbai. And it flies to Mumbai. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom in. So that's the voice recognition mode which has been completed. So as you can see, the Liquid Galaxy rig can be controlled with the voice. Now we'll move on to the camera for the gesture detection mode. So the gesture detection mode I will be doing from my mobile phones, since the emulator does not have enough memory to support the application. During the gesture detection mode, it hangs way more than any other device, as you can see, because of the low specifications. I'll still try open. So currently I am recording from my phone. As you can see, the gesture detector is working here without causing any problems. So the commands are first, if I go like this, it will go north. If I go like this, it will go east. If I go like this, it will be south, and like this, it will be west. Other than this, if I go like this, it will give zoom in, and if I go like this, it will take a bit more space. Yeah, this will be zoom out. So these are the commands which can be used using the gesture detector. I tried adding more commands than this, but that just slows down the gesture detector by a lot, because once it's connected to the LG rig, the frame rates will drop by a lot, since it did not support 30 FPS. So it's on lower frame rates, and after optimizing the memory, once I connect it to the LG rig, the recording on the phone will stop and I will start recording via my laptop. So thank you and enjoy. So now I will start recording the demo for the gesture detection. So first I will start with north. Excuse me, there it goes. There it is. Then we'll go east. Okay. Now we'll go west. Then south. Okay. And let's try to zoom in. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you. So that was the demo for my application. Other than that, this year's GSoC has been a great learning experience for me. I have learned new technologies, especially in AI, which is right now very popular, and me getting to work on such a new tech has really enlightened me in various ways. And also my mentor taught me lots of new things, and especially during the problems which I was facing with the memory management of the gesture detector, my mentor helped me out greatly. So that also was a very learning experience. Other than that, Other than that, the open source community was very helpful. The Liquid Galaxy organization helped test the application and gave me feedback on how I can improve that application. After GSoC, I am more interested in contributing to open source development, and I'm hoping to contribute in the future with Liquid Galaxy organization and collaborating them with every chance I get. So that's about it. And apart from all of this, I had a great experience, and I hope that I can use my skills to develop better and even more helpful applications for everyone. Thank you.
So, hello, Sudanyo.
Hello.
Are you here okay?
Yeah.
Good. So, Sudanyo, we need a coin. We need a coin to make a
coin.
flip in the air. Yes, because this conversation, as your mentor is not here, I have to be the one talking. And this conversation can be in two ways. One way is a relaxed way, or one way is really going into the problems. What do you think I have to make? Because I don't have a coin. If not, it will be the coin the one answering. So what do you think? Do we have to go to the things, or do we have to make it light and just avoid the situations?
Whatever you want.
You're giving me the option, so okay. So I'm trying to be brief, but so think about one thing, Sudanyo, and all the other people in the meeting and later in the streaming. So we are 45 people in 10 countries working this year on this GSoC. Okay, 11 contributors and plenty of mentors, external contributors, and so on. So we need some rules, and the rules have to apply to everyone, because if we don't follow the rules, Google has rules, and we have to follow Google's rules and our own rules. And I have to say that you've been out of the rules for many days. For example, this video has been delayed almost 3 days because you were not sending anything, and you were almost went off GSoC because you were not answering our emails, not the communication. So it's been, we have trouble with you. I mean, I don't know if you want to tell something, I mean, about this, and maybe you have some kind of problems. I don't know if you want to make them public, okay? It's not a must. But so as many people have said, it's their experience and it's a must, communication is key. And we have the communication blocking with you. From your side, not from our side. Because this year I've been sending plenty of emails, maybe too much emails to you all, but those emails were just to keep things going and going into the calendar. So, for example, we are seeing the screen of the Liquid Galaxy, or the one that we are using for the demo today, and we are not able to run your application as today. You've been almost for many weeks not sending an application. We were not able to give you feedback with the help of those guys, that David, Matt, and Mohamed, that are here helping to all the contributors. We haven't been able to help you because you didn't send an APK. And the norm was that every Monday has to be an APK, and you didn't follow the rules. So we are almost done on the project. It's only, I would say, 6 days, a week, and we still cannot run your application here for well. We don't see logos. Your application is running at this moment. There are no logos. The gesture recognition that works a little bit, I will say, in your video, we haven't been able to replicate. And if we are not able to replicate, every customer, every public person in the world that downloads your application will not be able to replicate it. So, man, I don't want to go deep, but we are 8 days till the 28th to finish the GSoC, and if you want to finish it and get paid and get the certificate from Google, you have to work hard those days because you are lagging behind the schedule. You haven't attended our emails, not everything, and this is sad, but as I said, you were for a hair, you were almost went because we don't have your videos, your application, nothing. So I don't know if you have to say something publicly. We are on streaming, so it will be forever recorded on YouTube. But this is the actual situation.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm working on everything right now. So I'm trying to get it all done as soon as possible.
Good. So anyway, thank you for your work because you did, I will say you did a good work in the midterm, but suddenly after the midterm, I don't know what was the reason, you seem to stop a lot. So please keep continuing. You still have enough days to accomplish your project because your project was, I will say, 80% developed. But if the project is not finished, the project is not finished. So it's not working, and we are not able to replicate any of your functionalities at this moment. It's a sad situation. So thank you for your work, but you still have work to do. Okay, thank you. Let's gonna continue, and I said before, now there is a blog with information about the game phase content we held, very interesting. I don't see Sidhar here in the mid. Sidhar is the winner, but we have the other three guys that win the second place. Only 4 persons sent some applications. Only one was working, the other were not working or not finished. But we're going to see some very interesting demo of the game phase technology that for sure will be used in the future with the Liquid Galaxy. So let me do another special thing. Mentor Moises, do you want to come in for a second?
Yeah, I
come in.
guess.
Come in, because you remember when Google showed us the game phase technology, and it's fully artificial intelligence. That is your master thing.
Yeah, I think I remember.
So, the mic is yours.
And what do you want to say? Okay, then.
You have your mentee here. Rafael is here. Rafael,
Yeah. Okay, then
hands.
I'm going to do that. Okay, first of all, I want to say congratulations to all the students because all the projects are really awesome, and you have the opportunity to do all of this, which is awesome. And congratulations to all the mentors. And now I want to say thank you to my student, the ones that I mentorized, because he did a really good project and worked really hard to include all the things to create a real application with artificial intelligence. And thank you to Andrea to give me the opportunity to participate in this project 1 year more and see all of this, because it's really awesome to see all these people creating all of this technology and creating this work.
This year, we have talked before. I know you were pretty busy working now, and you can attend your mentee presentation. But in every of the different projects we have had developed under the artificial intelligence side with a new artificial intelligence server and so on, and using the Docker, we have mentioned you many times because it's something we need to improve and to continue working on, because artificial intelligence is the thing to stay and the future, no?
And I hope that in next year you will have many projects related with BART.
Okay. You're saying it publicly. You are the
all
ones
the technology from Google.
You are saying it
We are
publicly.
waiting.
We tried.
Yeah, but this
We
year
tried
was
hard.
that year was a bit early.
Yeah.
And many problems with the LLMs,
Yeah, that's the point. But next year, I'm pretty sure we will be able to do something. Let me say that we didn't use BART, but we use BARC. Vedant Projects uses a open source machine learning model called BARC for synthesizing the voices, and it's pretty nice, and of course open source. We can use it, and we can run it on our server. It works pretty well. So I would say again, thank you very much for your help in the projects and with the mentees, and we will see you in the future soon.
It was a pleasure, and all the work for my student Rafael, and he did a really good job.
Very good. So guys, again, we are going to the game phase latest block, and then will be my final words, and stay tuned because there will be some important things. Thank you, Moses. let's go to the YouTube again.
This is my dog Wicket and Sammy. And this is my sick gaming computer. I live on the plains of eastern Colorado. This is my new house. My old one burnt down, but we'll get back to that. This is me, Lance Carr. I've got a rare form of muscular dystrophy, so I can't really move my body. For me, playing video games is my link to the world. But I had to stop gaming because this house burnt down along with my adaptive equipment, and I had absolutely no way to play Warcraft or any other computer game. I definitely had a low point. So when I got connected with some cool folks at Google, hey guys.
Hey, Lance.
I was pretty stoked. We teamed up to develop this thing called Project Game Face.
Yeah, the name is pretty cool.
It allows me to precisely control my mouse with my face. It's so precise, I can even write in cursive.
Project GameFace uses MediaPipe, which links together a number of different AI models to give you an output. And in this case, the output is a mesh of 468 points on your face and convert that into telemetry like mouse movement or clicks. It runs natively on devices and it only needs an input from a webcam, which to me is one of the most amazing things about it.
Controlling my computer with funny faces, it's pretty awesome.
You know, the face is what we show to the outside world anyway, so why not bring these two things together? There's a beautiful symmetry there.
I was stronger when I was 6 months old than I am now. Muscular dystrophy takes, and this actually added an ability. So it's the first time I've gained something in a physical sense. My hope is to definitely give this technology to everybody who could use it.
There are many people out there who have ideas, who have creativity, so we're open sourcing this technology for folks to create miraculous solutions like this one.
I just want to make a lot of people's lives better and easier. Well, we're going to get back to it. Thanks for hopping by the plains of Colorado.
Oh, you saw me?
Look at the edges of the cliffs. Right. Oh,
Wait, what was that?
He's a warlock.
Oh.
I should have known.
Hello again. This blog is a special one. Let me introduce you what is this blog about with a brief history. So this year at the Google I/O event, that is the most important congress Google does all the year long to show us developers the new technologies, Google show us a project called GameFace. And at the same moment, the Liquid Galaxy community think that this GameFace project can be useful for users. So let me explain what MediaFace is, what GameFace is. GameFace uses the MediaPipe tool from Google. That is a tool that allows you to customize and deploy in a very simple way machine learning models in local things like your PC, your mobile, your tablet, or also edge devices and so on. So using that MediaPipe, you can deploy local machine learning models. So GameFace is based on this MediaPipe. And what does is it recognizes your face in real time, and it gets 478 different points of your face. And then this way you have this information and you can apply different moments of your face to moments in other situations for other applications. And so we think that we can use this technology to control the Liquid Galaxy. So think about that. This is very special for people that has hardcore disabilities, like people that cannot walk, cannot move, has his arms disabled for whatever reasons. So this is very specific for disabled people. So we created a contest in the Liquid Galaxy community. We give a month to the developers in the community to create some stuff, and to be true, only one of them succeed. There were some other that apply, but the applications were not good, but only one succeeded. His name is Siddhar, and in a few minutes you're going to see the demo of their application. And also we will have the Torre Vicens trio, I like to call them, that one of the team of guys that are helping in the JDAS Liquid Galaxy Lab. And those guys have created a dissemination content that will explain you in a profound way what GameFace and MediaPipe technology is. And also, last but not least, I want to make you a reminder that at the end of October, the Google Developers Group JDA, that is based here also in the Liquid Galaxy Lab laboratory stick of the Scientific Park of Lleida, we will hold the DevFest. DevFest is the biggest event that the Google developers do every year, usually in the autumn. So this year, Google Developers Data DevFest is going to be around this GameFest technology, and we plan to have 400 people on the same room, and we will teach them how to develop a simple Flutter application and how to use GameFace to help people with disabilities. That will be plenty of them in the room also. So take a look at this video at the end of October. It will be available on YouTube channels, and nothing else. Let's see the demos of the application. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siddharth Mudgil and I am an Android app developer from Haryana, India, and I have recently graduated in BTech CSE from Punjab Technical University, and I have participated in the project Game Face contest organized by the Liquid Galaxy, and for that I have developed an Android application called LG Motion, also Liquid Galaxy Motion. So it is an Android application by which we can interact with the Liquid Galaxy rig using facial gesture or voice commands. We can also perform other tasks like relaunching or restart or shut down. So let me show you the app. So first, as you can see, I have started my Liquid Galaxy rig in virtual machine in my laptop. So here is the app LG Motion. So it has like facial movement, hand gesture, voice activated pose recognition and object manipulation. But currently we can only interact with the Liquid Galaxy using either facial movement or voice activated. So it is already connected with the Liquid Galaxy, because here you can see I have turned on the connection method to automatic. So we can also like control it using map. As you can see, the Liquid Galaxy start moving to the center of the map. So if we like move to near India, so it will automatically go in India. So you can see. So let me show you how we can interact it with using voice commands. So move north. So you can see the Galaxy rig started to moving in north. Stop. Zoom out. Stop. Fly to Canada. Here you can also see the commands in the info button in the top corner. So let me show you how we can interact with using facial gestures. So if we also turn like phone, rotate the phone, it also supports landscape mode, and it also support larger devices like tablets and other. Currently it have also object detection, like if we click on the object manipulation, you can see it is showing person. So that was it. I really liked working with the Liquid Galaxy. The community was very active, and I enjoyed the open source. I have learned so much, like from before. I don't know about like media pipe APIs and other stuff. I have also worked with other documentation tasks, and I've created team colas for the Liquid Galaxy. And in future, I am targeting to work in GSoC 2024 with Liquid Galaxy. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Mohamed Thatho. We are all students from Torreblanca, which is located in Spain, Lleida. And today we are going to present our project, Project Nomadibe, which is based on the Game Face project of Google. We've done this all together in the Liquid Galaxy Lab.
My name is Navdeep.
And I am Imad Laichi.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to explain what we've tried to do with Project Game Face. What we've done is that we couldn't have time to program the app, but what we've done is that we did it in Google Slides, and now we are going to show what we've done. As you can see, this is the main start page, and you press the button start, which goes to the home page. Here in the home page you can see a face which represents the facial points that Project Game Face recognizes. Here you can launch the camera and start using the app, but first we are going to see the other tabs. Here in the connection tab you can connect to the LG screens that they are here in the labs. As you can see, you can introduce your IP address, the port, the username, and the password also. And then you introduce the number of screens that you have. Then you press connect, so it can connect to the LG. Here also we can see that we have some tools as to show the logos, hide them, and also if you want to relaunch, reboot, or power off the LG. Here in support you can see that we have a help page to know how to use the app, and then here in about we have ourselves, and then credits to who help us. And finally, here we can have the rate us page that you can rate us. So now we are going to see what is actually the app. Here, when you launch the camera, you can see that you can see yourself here in this part, and then you can see the movements which you can do to interact with the LG. By closing the eyes you can zoom in, or opening your mouth you can zoom out, or other. And that's all. Thank you.
The objectives that we are going to try to reach are developing an app with the Google Game Face and connect all the APIs to be able to control the Liquid Galaxy with face gestures. Also, we want to participate in the event and documentate all the instructions that we do.
Our app will be programmed using Kotlin, and will be user friendly, and will be programmed with Android Studio. And we will use two APIs. One MediaPipe and the second is GSoC. MediaPipe it's an API used for machine learning and for mobile phones, for computers, for everything. And GSoC it's an API used for SSH communication and connection in general.
Okay. We are at the last remarks. We are almost finished. It's been a long journey. But I want to. Are you listening to me, Mahinur? Are you listening? Mahinur, say yes. Just raise your hand. It's only a test. I mean, you're in Egypt, not just around the corner. So you're not the faraway person. I imagine that Krishna, Aditya, Sudanyo, Manaj, Yash, Karini are in the other side. Oh, Karini has come back. Hi, Karini. So, last remarks, and we are, again, we are still working. We have to still to work till 28. That is the last day for GSoC. You have to update your workload still on a daily basis. Remember, because all the mentors will take a look at your job to finish at the end and make the final punctuation. Workload, your GitHub, now and at the end, please remember that this code is open source. Maybe some other persons in the world will install it and we'll take a look at your code. And then it has to be well updated and also well documented. You can still have this week to make some documentation, usually on the GitHub, or maybe you have some documentation on the APK. Remember, this is not something we ask you. It's something that, being an open source developer, it means that your work is exposed for plenty of people, so other persons can take a look at your job, and if you do your job nice, other people will say, okay, this person has done a good code, a good documentation or whatever, and then maybe you get hired early, and maybe if a big company. What else? So if the app is still not finished, please remember that we are doing a hard work every day with these guys that are here, salute, doing the live testing of your application, and you have a document, every of you, with the things that you still have to change. As I said, not all the applications are finished, not only 20%. And to see that, I think you have read to me, we have now 2 applications already published on the Play Store. Thank you to Mentor Alejandro that is not here today with us. The Smart City Thing dashboard is already published, and also the Google Developers Community from Aditya is already published. So if you go to our Play Store, you can take a look that we have 2 applications already published, and of course all the applications will come because you all have to update your code to the drawer on the Google Drive, to the folder, and then ping Mentor Alejandro and me just to update it on the Play Store and so on. Remember, all the projects have to be published on the Play Store, so you know the agenda. Please upload it as fast as possible. Still, there are one student, I don't remember his name, I can check it, because I have the information here, who's the one, I will not mention, but there is still one person that has not published their code for the Play Store. So please do it as soon as possible. I am finishing. The rest of GSoC calendar, the official GSoC calendar is from August 21 to 28 is the last week. So as Google says, you have to submit your final work, and then you students, contributors, will receive an email from Google for making your own mentor evaluation, because in Google Summer of Code, Google evaluates both the mentors and the contributors. So next week, you contributors will receive an email from Google starting on 21 saying, okay, you can now rate your mentor. You can say whatever you want from the person that has spend plenty of hours helping you to know more things. Then you have to upload everything and finish the APKs and do the evaluation from 28 to 21 to 28. And then next week you have finished, but not us. From August 28 till September 4, the mentors, here we are Karini, and I don't see any other mentor now. We will be evaluating the contributors. So if you have done the work right, you have uploaded everything, your application is published, everything, I'm pretty sure you will have you will get the GSoC and the usual Google certificate, and of course the Google money. That is, I'm pretty sure, is the most important thing for you. But believe me, having a line in your curriculum or in your LinkedIn saying that I've been honored by Google this year, having an internship with lectureship internship in Google Summer of Code will help a lot in your future, a lot. So from September 5, after the mentors evaluate the contributors, Google will publish their results of what students, what contributors have succeeded. So, and you will get paid and honored by Google with a Google certificate. Nothing else. I'm gonna open the mic if you have any question. We have to go fast. Here is 2012. I don't know. What time is here in wherever you live, Sudaño? What time is?
It's 11:42.
Okay, it's late in the night. But Karini is not. Karini is just in the midday. What time is it for you? Oh, we are not listening you. Are you muted? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was muted. It's 3:12 p.m. here.
Nice. So we are in the middle. It's 8 here, 3, and almost 12. This year we only have these main three time zones, but we have people from Canada that is not today with us, and some other countries. So, any question? Contributors, mentors, this is your last opportunity. Of course, we will continue. You will continue receiving my emails, both the contributors and the mentors, because we still have not finished. But you know that for us, it was very important that you send the videos and you were present, because the demo day is the most important thing we do, and it's the way people see whatever you have done in this Google Server of Code. Any question? Raise your hand, say something, unmute your mic, don't be shy. Mohamed, do you want to say something? Nadeep? Imad? No? Murillo? It's cheap today. Ana Laura? No? Ana Laura, do you want to say something? Ana Laura is not listening to me. Mahinur?
No, I didn't want to say nothing.
Madan? You are the poet, man. You can say something, like a phrase, a beautiful phrase saying, okay, guys, I have the best of my summers.
Some time ago, my mom just saw your face and I told her that he's the main org admin, and she said that you're very energetic and active. So
Okay.
that's a compliment from my mom.
Say hello to your mom, and my compliments for her too. Karini is smiling. Karini was happy.
I was smiling at the comment he made about the compliments.
Rafael, you there? Do you want to say something? It's it for today.
I don't know how to say something.
Artur, you're next to Rafael because you are just behind. Take a look. Artur has no internet. His laptop is not working. Victor, you have to say something. It's your last moment.
Yeah, I only did. I just want to wave because it was Artur waving. I just want hands working.
Okay. Yash.
Yeah, nothing to say. I really like that how far we have come this year, and I just want that the remaining days that each of you have, just do your best and just leave the rest.
Thank you very much, Yash. Manash.
Nothing much to say. Like I would have loved if the GSoC were on site. Like if we all could be in the Liquid Galaxy lab and working together, that would have been a quite different experience. But still, yeah, it has been great experience in this GSoC.
Good. Thank you. Remember to change your mic. Aditya, the man with plenty of words, say something.
It was nice experience with working with Liquid Galaxy. So I like this open source community very well. So thank you, sir.
Okay, Sudaño.
Nothing much to say. Everything was great this GSoC, and I'll try to make my project the same.
We hope, and we are almost sure that you will succeed. So I think Brian is in the lobby waiting. So I'm sorry, because we are not going to do anything else except say hello to Moses, and if he wants to say something to finish. No? Okay.
You are gonna ask to everyone.
Yes, that's because, people is shy, so no problem, Anaj. Okay, so let me go to the video, some credits and recognition, and we are finished. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying here, and see you. And remember, we are still not finished, but almost, so keep your hard work. Bye-bye.
Bye.